So we're still
Hi
no one.
YouTube, we're live
Hi
now. How are
YouTube.
we doing?
Hi YouTube.
How are we doing YouTube?
I like the little 5 minutes of YouTube,
Right?
just because it's like you go live, I don't because I'm late,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a little
I should have hit the
great.
live because RMB showed me his goodies. I should
He's
have
gonna.
had. I should
He has
have.
to whip it out again, so it's
Uh,
okay.
should I whip out this or?
No, not yet. It's not time.
It hasn't been 2 weeks. That's what I've been hearing. It's like
Hi,
two
Ryan.
weeks after box.
Hi, beautiful.
Like 2 weeks after the box.
I'm so sorry I couldn't see
Like,
you.
oh,
I'm so
funny.
sad.
So sad, dude.
I'm so sad. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Everything's okay. I'm alive, but I'm so sad. Like
I got up from the table after a match and I was like, I'm gonna go tell why.
oh, don't do that to me. This is dude. I had a very very sad couple of weekends. It was
Yeah, but your health is important, brother. I want to make sure that you're good.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's gonna be plenty more opportunities for us to meet up, and there's gonna be plenty more of these challenges. And
are you doing any more
That's
DLCs since you won it all? Or
so here's the deal. The only reason I wanted to play in them, was to get an invite to nationals.
But you did.
I did.
Respect.
I got an invite
big
to
deal.
nationals, but the ROI on these events is way too
Yeah.
high for me not to play in anymore.
Like-
It's insane. It's actually
Yeah.
just insane.
like the
Like,
Dragon
yeah.
Fighters.
They're printing money. They are literally printing money. So I didn't get a ticket to Chicago, and that's okay. But I did get a ticket to Dallas, and I'm not refunding it. I'm going to Dallas.
Like I've been trying to convince my wife, like, yo, like even like the participation promos are going to cover the cost of going to it, relatively.
I think the Dragonfires are going to continue to go down.
Oh, they'll go
they've even
down.
gone.
But like even like if it's like $20 or whatever, I think I'm good enough to get
All right.
hit
Oh,
that
it's
mid
250
40s.
right now.
Yeah, they're 250 right now, which is like a lot.
I think the Dragonfires they're not going to go down that much, but they're not going to be like the 500 that they were.
No, but like
Yeah.
they'll cover entry.
Side
And,
events. The side event cars will go crazy too. They'll go down too, but they're gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, those will go down like crazy because there's so many of them.
I just want them though. I really want them. They're so.
I'm surprised how many people got those Cinderella playmats.
So there's a reason. So they only brought 12.
They only brought 12.
So that's something to note. There was only 12 of them.
Okay.
But they were significantly easier to get. And the reason why they were easier to get is because there were some complications with registration for side events. And Ravensburger corrected it by doubling the ticket pricing for all of the side events.
That'll do it.
So people were a little bit upset by the amount of side events that they could get into just because there wasn't enough of them. And I will say that this event was run better than any major competitive event I've ever been to in any game.
Absolutely.
Hands down. Bar none. PPG.
That's crazy that you're saying that. That's wow.
Bro,
that's amazing. That's actually amazing.
Ignore Facebook.
Well, okay, so Facebook isn't real.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's people that they probably have genuine grievances, but look, I've played in hundreds and hundreds of events. I didn't get to show up for early registration. I showed up for registration Saturday morning, and I showed up with ample advance because I was expecting to stand in line for hours, and I made it through registration in 15 minutes.
Wow.
With people in a lot of people in line ahead of me.
That's some Chick-fil-A drive-through speed.
Bro, I'm telling you, I made it through in 15 minutes. When I went to DreamHack Dallas, brother, I stood in line for 3 hours just trying to get my badge.
Crazy.
That was insane. So quick, so expedient. There were complications throughout the course of the event. There were problems. There was problems with Melee, but get this: PPG was so smart that they had these big sign stands that had these QR codes on them. You scan the QR code, it brought you to a link tree. This link tree had documents for everything. It had the prize structure breakdown for the main event. It had all of the side events. It had everything on the prize wall. And when Melee went down, they posted the PDF for all of the pairings on this link tree.
Oh, that's
So
brilliant.
they had it. They had a backup. So like Melee went kaput.
Oh,
Melee
yeah.
was donezo, and they were like, "Hey, don't worry. Scan the QR code. Your pairings are pushed on there."
Yeah, I was using Melee to like keep track of data of like split rates and like, hey, these are the people that we're kind of tracking. Here's who's on top of stuff, and like Melee just went kaput after round 6. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't have anything.
Dude, there were so many problems, man. Like we were going into like round 7 or something like that, and it said that my opponent only had like 7 points. I was like, "How am I pairing into you? I have like 40 points right now."
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
I am not a fan of Melee. like respect to everyone who like works with them. I like the people that work for Melee. I like them all. You are great people. I do not like Melee.
Buy a better server. Like, put the money to invest in the server. The server, like, I'll be honest. At this point, I hope Ravensburger develops their own software. They can integrate it into the application that they already have with the all the cards and the lore tracker and everything like that. I think that they will create a product that will be better suited for these types of events moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
That's but like just hearing you say everything kind of they did as much as good as possible first try. That's just like you, sir. You first tried it. Fucking let's go.
They had 60. I repeat, 60 floor judges.
Wow.
I have never been to a competitive event that was as appropriately staffed as this event. It was absolutely phenomenal.
That's
the only grievance.
Tables. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like the only grievance that I have is just on the floor plan setup. In the main event area on day 1, there wasn't enough space in between the tables.
I don't think they planned it though, right?
Yeah, like the problem was that like if you were in like the middle of the table, like you couldn't get in and out when your match was done just because like the chairs were back to back. Like, and that's really, I mean, that's an easy fix. There was a lot of dead space in the hall that they could have extended the play space out 10-15 feet and made ample room. Like that's an easy solution. That's an easy fix. Like if that's the worst thing about the entire weekend, like I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we got guy Key of George on YouTube. Shout out, thank you for watching. He's like, can we talk about the judging?
I'm about to go to screen real quick. Are you ready?
One judge let my friend's opponent rewind before he played Be Prepared, and let him quest, and then Be Prepared, even though he was committed to the action without questing. I told him to appeal, and the judge...
Ready for intro?
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, yeah. We'll get back to that, George.
All right. We'll jump in. We'll jump right in, because I gotta do... Get your gotta shoes, man. I gotta do it. All right. Let's go. Live screen. Wait. Nope. Wrong one. Ah! Oh my god, this screen is so beautiful. All right. We're live. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Lorcana After Dark. I am one half of Lorcana After Dark, yours truly, Y Breezy here. Today, I'm joined by my co-host, the one, the only, the number guy, the legend, the draft king.
Hello, I am Knive. We need to plan that better.
Yeah, it's fine. It never works out. It's fine. It's
it
okay.
Never works out, that's the brain.
That's why we're here for it. That's all that matters. And now you might be wondering, wow, I know y'all didn't even look at us because there's a beautiful, just this gorgeous. Look at that smile, ladies and gentlemen. Like, how can you not fall in love with that man? But the man, he might be beautiful, but he's also a Lorcana god himself. You know, he's not top 128. No.
Mm-mm.
He's not top 64. No. Not top 32. No, that's too easy. Well, that's not too easy, actually. Don't that's impossible. But Not only that, he's not only top 16. No, not top 16, but top 8. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only 16 humans in
16
existence
humans.
that achieve that goal. 16. R&B. Labyrinth. R&B.
Oh my god, Breezy, I love you, dude.
Holy hell, dude! What the hell, dude?
But
You
you-
showed up. You were like, "Oh, I don't know what deck to play. What should I play? I don't know. A, B, C, D." And he's like, "I guess I'll play the deck I like." And then he just top 8? Guys, crazy.
I literally let Twitter decide what I was gonna play for the event too, which is the crazy part. Like, I did the Twitter poll, so like I did the poll originally in Discord, and Blue Steel won the Discord poll, but like there wasn't enough votes for me to really be like, all right, like let me take this genuinely into consideration. I was like, all right, let me take it to Twitter, and like Twitter got almost 100 votes, and I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough of a data set for me to say, okay, this is what the people want. And sure enough, Blue Steel wins, and like, yeah, I brought it. I got super lucky, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say that like.
Whoa. What do you mean lucky, dude? What are you talking?
You gotta be lucky.
8.
You have to be lucky to. You
Well,
have
yeah,
to be
but, like,
lucky. Like,
Okay, yeah.
I
of
did.
course.
I did get lucky. Like, I am not going to dispute the amount of luck that I had this weekend was higher than any amount of luck that I have ever had in any other competition before. I brought
Okay.
Blue Steel, and
Uh-huh.
in Swiss, I paired into 5 green decks. Like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
so like
Yeah, okay.
I paired into green purple
pretty good.
twice, and I paired into green steel 3 times.
Yep. What were your
Like,
other
that's-
4?
That's a nice little sweet.
Red purple,
Yep.
purple steel, and then the last 2 rounds didn't matter because they were just intentional draws to lock day 2.
Yeah, nice.
But they were both amber steel decks.
Nice.
That's.
So yeah.
But I mean, is important, of course. But we can't just be like, that's the first thing you say, dude. You can't just do that.
No, don't get me wrong.
You
Like
played your butt off.
I played my butt off. Don't get me like day 2 was no joke.
Mm-hmm.
Like okay, round 1 of day 2, top 64.
Top
I pair into Ryan Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
Ryan
effing
effing
Miles. Ryan effing Miles. Like, which like I respect that man. He's a very talented TCG player. Again, little bit of luck. I was on the top side of the bracket, so I had play draw option. He was on green steel. I was on blue steel, obviously. So like, I'm pretty heavily favored in that matchup, and like I knew the matchup was going to be a little bit rough for him. I ended up getting that match 2-0. My worst matchup on the deck is flutes.
Yep.
Flute song, hands down worst matchup. So going into top 32, I pair into a teammate, good friend of mine, Bobby McCoo.
Yep.
Oh,
He-
shout out
he's-
Bobby.
Yeah, shout out Bobby. So he's on flutes. Like, we play 3 great games. Great games of Lorcana. Came down to game 3, and I was able to get the victory. And then top 16. So I've already got my Nats invite. I'm like, cool, I'm done.
is
I'm
the
happy.
best.
Like, I'm pumped. I'm ready to go. And I pair into my team captain, a man that I respect like more than myself, Mr. Aaron Rubin, aka Lorcana Bro, also on flutes. And like he taught Bobby everything he knew about flutes. So like now I'm going into and here's the thing. I had a mental block going against Aaron. Like again, I respect the crap out of this man. Like I do a lot of my testing with this man, and like anytime a big event's coming up, I'm like, all right, boys, like I got the sauce. I got the deck. I know what I'm going to play. And Aaron's like, cool, show me. And we'll play like 10 games and I'll go 0-10 against him. And I'm like, all right, back to the drawing board. Like this isn't it. So like historically, I have a very losing win
You're already
percentage
feeling down.
against Aaron. So I'm like, this is going to be the toughest match that I have played up until this point. And we played some really, really close, tight games. I got game 1. It was hard fought. Game 2 wasn't even close. Like he just played this aggro game plan and just stole game 2. Game 3, I put him in like a really awkward position where he was forced to wheel, and he didn't have a bare necessities after the wheel. and I went Tink Swords on that next turn, wiped his board, and then he played like 2 more dudes, and I killed both of them. And at that time I had like 2 Cogsworths, a Tinkerbell, a Mickey, and a Smee in play, and it was like there's not much that Amber Steel could do to come back from that.
That was your like rocky moment from it. Like the mental block is there, the Eye of the Tiger is playing.
Brother, I got done with that match, and Aaron and I, we had the biggest hug. It was bittersweet.
Of course.
He was even saying, he's like, dude, I'm so proud of you. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, you've got this, brother. So like, I go and I start walking back to like the area where the rest of our team was outside of the play area, because they had us blocked off. Nobody could come in there, only competitors. And I start going and walking back to the play area, because that's where, you know, my girlfriend and like all the rest of the team were. And I think it was either Humble or Zenulos was the first to like look up and see that I was walking, and like they all start like turning around, and they're like looking, they're like, and like I gave the thumbs up, and they just swarmed me, bro, and like they were all hugging me, we were jumping up and down, like tears started coming out of my eyes. Actual tears started coming out of my eyes, because I knew what the implications of winning that match actually was, like the fact that I was going on to top 8, and the fact that like the other part was like I just knocked out one of my best friends from being able to make it into top 8. So like while I'm happy for my triumph, I was sad because like 2 rounds in a row I had to take that dream away from people that I care about.
Mm-hmm.
So like I haven't, tears ain't falling out of these eyes in a hot minute, and like,
wow, dude,
I was getting teary-eyed.
Like, but you made all of them so proud, man. Like the team, everyone that just been watching you since day one. You just made everyone so proud of that amazing accomplishment. And like the fact, I think the funniest part all of this is still the fact that you just Twitter voted your deck that won you a gold make. I think that's insane. You're a crazy man for that. But everyone is so incredibly proud of you, dude. Like, I was jumping when I saw your tweets. I had my notifications on. Everyone was tuned in to what everyone was doing, and you were just like, "Oh, I'm winning. No big deal, huh? I'm just doing this little old me winning," and it was just so amazing. And like, I do mean this, and I DM'd you the whole time, but like, we are so incredibly proud of you, dude. Like, what you did is an accomplishment to history books, Lorcana history. You're etched in forever, and it's just an incredible thing that you did, dude. Like, love you, dude. You did amazing.
I love you guys, man. I love you guys.
Man. I can't.
Thank you.
Oh my god, he brought the wheelin' dealin' Zoolander and just said, "I'm gonna kick some butt."
Hey, Breezy, real quick. Stream can only hear you.
What? No, it's been fixed.
It's been fixed? Okay, cool.
We even fixed it. Yeah. You're good. Jesus.
Cool. That would have been scary, huh?
Brother, they'd be like, we can't hear what R&B's saying. It looks like he's crying, but like, what'd he say though?
Oh my god,
he's telling us the plot of the next
trying to give me chest pain inside. Trying to give me chest pain.
It's like that point in Forrest Gump where like they pull all the cords out and he's like, and that's all I have to say about that.
God. But
so then like I go into top 8 and I get paired into Zenside.
Yep.
And okay, so like, listen, this man is arguably one of the top 10 best players in the world right now, hands down. Period. Like one of the top 10 best players in the world.
Me?
And
yeah, absolutely.
Me? What? I didn't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, coming from us live from his house, we have top 32 from DLC Atlanta on Team Labyrinth. Mr. Wonderland, welcome.
I mean, I just heard R&B talking about me. I had to jump in.
You heard the key words. Oh my god, look at it. Top. This is insane. This is crazy. Only the best players in Labyrinth, by the way. If you want coaching, ladies and gentlemen, Labyrinth TCG has that Patreon. You can pick their brains. Their handsome, beautiful brains is yours. And you can buy their merch, by the way, labyrinthTCG.com. Shout out to them.
These
Beautiful.
guys are the 1% of Lorcana, and unlike in real life, you want to
1%.
be their friends.
I don't want to lie to
And
you.
lovers.
Sarek told me, he broke the news. I only got top 32. That puts me in the top 2.4%. I'm not in the top one. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you.
Wait.
It broke my heart. I didn't do the math. Maybe it's wrong.
I mean,
Hopefully it's wrong. I got
30
18th place.
Okay.
I got 18th, so maybe I am actually in it. Then.
18th would put you
Kicks out.
in.
There was
the top
1,009. There was 1,988 players.
1,900.
No, there was 1997.
1997.
At
I thought
round
12
one.
people. I thought 12 people didn't show.
1985.
Count? They still count.
Oh,
So
like
1997 puts you in the 1%.
Math.
All
Let's go.
Okay, all right.
Nothing but 1%. Come
I'll
on.
happily let you win that. Happily let you win that argument.
It's not like I'm the
Math.
math guy or anything.
Shut up, math, everyone. Shut up, math. We love math. Numbers. Numbers.
We love math.
Dude. All right.
All
I
right,
want.
R&B was saying something when
Arby's
I
is
rudely
saying something
interrupted
about
him.
Zanseed.
We're getting very emotional. Only. Just
Yeah. So like Zen Said's arguably one of the top 10 best players in the world right now. Like I don't care what anybody says, the dude's an absolute madman. He was also on flutes, so like 3 rounds in a row of my worst possible matchup, and he is by far the most competent pilot of flutes I've ever seen in my entire life. The game didn't feel fair. It felt like we were playing 2 completely different formats. Like every single turn he had the answer for everything that I was doing. Like I was trying to throw him off and like he just always had the response, always had the answer. He was always in control of the game. I lost 0-2, fair and square. Dude's an animal. It's my counter matchup. Like it happens. But the one thing I will say, I lost a total of 1 game day 1. 1 natural game day 1 I lost. That's it. Day 2, before top 8 cut, I lost a total of 2 games. Both of them were to my teammates. 1 to Bobby, 1 to Aaron. And then I lost 2 matches in top 8 against Zan Saeed. So that is a total of 5 games on the day that I actually lost.
On the weekend, yeah.
On the entire weekend.
That's
which like
crazy.
that's insane.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I won like 20, 21, 22 or something like that. Some ridiculous number.
Oh my.
I mean, you were splitting on round 8, which is like I'm impressed. Like, if you can split on round 8, you were both lucky and good. Like, if you split,
I was locked for points.
Yeah, so you're, because you knew that 45 was the goalpost.
So
You know how he
actually,
said natural losses.
natural losses.
Technically, I was one of his losses on day 1, even though I did not beat him in a game.
Whoa.
So yeah, we paired into each other in round 5, and we were just like, "Damn it, dude! Like, why? Like, how in this big of a room with this many players? How the heck are we paired into each other?" So Wonder and I took an intentional draw in round 5.
Intentional split.
Intentional split.
An intentional split. We
Split.
took an intentional split in round 5 because I believed in both of our ability to bounce back from a split in that round to win enough of the next rounds to guarantee that we would both make top 64. I believed in Wonder's ability. I believed in my ability, and we did in fact both do it. So we did play 1 game to determine who would get the win for game 2, and I might have got a little
How many characters did you kill with that sword off the top the turn before I was
I
going
don't
to
know,
kill
like
you?
5.
Wow.
That's why it's there.
I didn't tell you to run a bunch of X2s.
Oof.
He was playing Green Steel. He's playing Green Steel. Don't feel sorry for this man. He like had
was a
like
monster.
2
Hey,
he had like
Baby
2
in
blends
Sector
in
2.
play.
He killed a Bucky, a beast.
How
from
dare you kill a
Oh,
Bucky?
Bucky,
sad
never mind, I hate
beast. a sad beast, like 2 Robin Hoods and like another 1/3 or something. It was
a Flynn.
It was devastating. He did me such a solid. The 2 turns before that, he drew absolute garbage, like the worst cards ever. You could like see the colors slowly drain from his face as you could see victory running away from him. The tiebreakers he couldn't handle, and then he's just like, "Oh, that's good." I'm like, yeah. All right. You get the tie breaks. You get
exactly
the
how it went.
Yeah.
No big deal. Oh my god.
If he did not split with, if we did not choose to do that, I would not have made day 2. So, big props right there. Because if he would have beaten me, and I continued with the same record I did, like, because I drew in my last round. Okay, I guess technically, maybe I could have 2-0'd in the last round instead of being able.
It would have made it harder though. Like it would have put more pressure on you for more 2-0s in the last 4 rounds.
I wouldn't have been able to intentionally split with one of my favorite people, Sarek. Like I love playing with him.
Wow. I saw you play on stream today, actually. So I was tuning in. Okay. But damn, that's crazy. Oh my god. Wow. But okay, overall, Atlanta break. I wasn't there, so like I want to live through you guys. The event, y'all sweated out. We seen the sweat, but like I want. How was the experience? How was the meeting with the community? How was everything that just kind of made Atlanta other than the sweaty? Oh my god, this is happening.
The people were great. Like hanging out with all the 20 lore people was just amazing. Like, I mean, I've played Magic for like 25 years, but I was never a content creator. I never really like was famous or anything like that. So like, it was a brand new experience for me, having a bunch of people like yell my name and come say hi. It was awesome. It was just really cool.
It was weird, man.
Yeah. How so?
Like that. Yeah, okay,
being
so like
famous is awkward.
Yeah, it's so
y'all are amazing. Like y'all are beautiful. Like, I'm catcalling y'all. Okay,
bro. Like when people come up to you and they know who you are, but you don't know who they are. That's the weird part. Because like for Wonder and I, like we're both on like Twitch, so like you guys get to see our face. We have no clue the name, the face behind the name that we see in our Twitch chats. So like people would come up and they're like, "Oh, R&B, I love you, dude," and I'm like, who are you? And they're like, I'm blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, it's like you have to like kind of like be like, I'm excited. I'm excited because you're excited until they tell you who they are. So like it's really strange.
So cool. Just the lab house, right? Y'all stay together. He just disappeared. What? Do you have just like disappeared? Whoa, hold on. What?
He's a
do you not have a button? Do you not have a button that
only button I got is this.
On and off?
See?
Oh wow, nice.
It's called the transition.
I didn't think people wanted to see my gum, so I turned my cam off for half a second.
People would pay for that gum, dude. You know?
I know.
Only Lord.
I still have. I just washed my large shirt, the one I wore during the trip. I had a few people interested.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? It's like game worn jerseys. It's
dirty gamer water. I got it for you.
See now we're talking Lorcana After Dark.
I got paid for food somehow.
Are we doing shoeys? Are you doing a shoey? Well, okay, hold on. Can you do shoeys? Are we sure that your lung issue wasn't caused from a shoey?
Yeah, can we like?
It was not.
I can't do shoeys. I got flip flops.
I can't.
R&B, have you never done a body shot? That's like you could easily do that like a body shot.
Okay, I'm gonna reveal something that nobody knows yet, but
oh no,
top secret R&B lore.
Hold on. I was told that R&B and I are actually Team Labyrinth brand risks.
Dude,
so if you wonder why we're told we are the biggest brand risks on the team, R&B, go with your story.
It's not a bad. I don't drink.
Hey, respect.
Listen, Impact TCG came on the stream. He's like, I'm gonna do a shoey, but I'm not drinking right now. We did water. We don't. Okay, so the shoeys are not about the alcohol we take. It's about the experience we do.
Not that we
is it
take
gross?
alcohol.
Absolutely, sure. But it's more about the
I don't
bonding.
wear shoes though.
Me neither, bro. Natural walking.
See, that's
absolutely.
Wonderland. See, they don't.
I'd have to do like a flip flop luge.
Delicious.
Okay, never mind. Don't do that. That's actually not a good idea. Now I pictured it. Don't do that. You know what? Valid. But yeah, yeah. Don't do that. That's fine. You should have done. Okay, so like, yeah, no, it's fair. I understand. But yeah, no, drink is fine. We drink juice out of shoes in this show anyway. Also, brand risk. How are you guys the brand risk? Wait a minute. What?
Because they're on this show.
They do come on the show often.
They come on the show too often. That's why they're a brand risk.
That's true. Are we the brand?
We're the brand risk.
I didn't know that I was a brand risk. That's news to
He's a top 8 player, Labyrinth. He's not.
Okay. I know why I'm a brand risk. And it like when I come on shows and stuff like that, like you guys see a different side of me. If you come into my stream, okay, that's a different place. Yeah. I'm a different person because that's my space. So I can, like I can be a little like I can say some. I have a potty mouth.
You keep like cursing this show.
Wait, yeah, but like.
Yeah, dude.
What?
It's Lorcana After Dark. I don't. We are doing it our ways, dude. You know?
Oh, we're Pirates of the Caribbean, Disney.
We are. Get it? Yeah,
where did Wonder go? Like he just disappeared.
He's getting a shoe. He's getting a. That's what's happening. I think that's what's gonna happen.
They're having shoes for some reason. RMB.
This is After Dark. We put the kids aside. We
put the kids aside. Bar night.
We put them outside. We put the kids outside at night.
I don't have kids. So all
right, kids. It's Lorcana After Dark. You know what that means.
We're locking you outside.
The doghouse.
Yay! Lorcana After Dark does not promote taking your kids outside and leaving there.
I was locked out of my house as a child. I'm fine.
I'm probably a brand risk because I curse a lot. I try not to. I try not to. It's the army in me, honestly. Like,
oh, gotcha.
Two deployments, 8 years in the army. Like brother, it is ingrained into the fibers of my being.
Oh, yeah.
The F word I use like commas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like instead of commas, it's the F bomb. Like,
I learned the other day what the military calls burpees, and as a person who's not familiar with or not comfortable with swearing, I can't say what it is, but it was quite a funny story.
Shout out to Goon for the sub, by the way.
Breezy, you know what you missed?
What did I miss? No, don't do this to me.
Oh! I handed these out all weekend, bro.
You've broken
I handed
his
these
soul.
out all weekend, man. We handed these out, and we handed these out.
I saw those stickers. Only if I go to other DLC.
You're coming to Chicago, though, right?
Who's to say?
Who's to say you're coming to Chicago?
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm no longer announcing if I'm coming to events anymore. Okay,
that's
the
fair.
deal.
That's fair.
We're jinxed it. We're not. I got too excited, too hyped. We're not doing it anymore. I might just show up to events without no one knowing. I don't know yet. I might just be like, hey guys, can I just steal a couch? Thanks, cool. Or
hey, you're welcome. You're welcome at Team Condo, dude.
Team Condo sounds exciting. I don't know, but Dallas more like. We'll see.
I have Dallas.
Huh?
You don't like Dallas?
No, I said Dallas more likely. Potentially.
Oh, yeah.
I have things added to the cart.
Just so
we're figuring it out.
It is Fort Worth, not Dallas.
It's the same thing. They're in the same place.
They're like an hour apart, really.
They're like 40. It's like 40 minutes.
That place is yeah.
I'll be in Fort Worth. I will be at Fort Worth, Breezy.
I should be.
I won't.
You better be. Don't you live in Texas, Knive?
No, I live in Misery.
Oh yeah. We already had that conversation. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
Aren't they close?
Nah, bro. It's like an 8-hour drive.
So fly.
Bro. Lorcana Goons. Kevin.
To be fair, I drove from Boston to Missouri.
Get in this fucking phone call.
Oh, is Goon just gonna hop in? Are we getting a live Goon? Are we getting a live Goon? Is this just the best Lorcana? This is awesome. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I really appreciate it. Y'all are amazing human beings.
My priest is just hype when.
We gotta bring it down. I can't just scream all the time. Then my voice hurts, guys. Come on now.
Kevin's like in bed, like relaxing, and he has to like go to his room or something. Who knows? I just saw that he subscribed, so I was like, "Oh, get in here."
Oh, if he's not, don't do it. I thought you got like a DM or something. I was like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
I was like, what's going on?
No, I'm just calling him out in chat. Just calling him out in chat.
Oh, okay. I see. But dude,
like he got top 16, bro.
Top
16 should be up in here too.
Crazy. But
R&B. Gregory asks, how was it holding back your cursing during the DLC?
Oh.
He
holding
did
it back. Wait, what? Wait, holding it back?
Yeah, holding it back.
No, it didn't go good. I didn't curse at anyone or anything like that, but I know that there were people in earshot of like me speaking to my team in a very happy manner using colorful language. I'll say that. I
had a bruise right here from how many fist bumps people were giving me, and I was giving people, like, because everyone was winning. So much celebration.
Gosh, imagine winning. Couldn't be me.
Chest bumps. Bang. Bang. Y'all gotta do like leg up chest bumps, you know?
Bro, everyone on Team Labyrinth except for RMB and I are fucking giants. Like, really? I would get destroyed. They're all like a foot. They're like so much taller than us.
So tall. They're so
nice.
Like Bobby. I thought Bobby was just like this like little dude. Dude's like 6'3" or some shit. Like he's.
Dang.
I was like, and Cruzito. Dude. I don't know why I thought Cruzito was like 5'2". Homeboy's like 6'2". His arms are like, just like tree trunks.
Just like built different.
Bro, dude's built like an army tank, man.
God damn. Not all. Wow. Look, I saw the pictures and I'm so scared to meet everyone now because I'm like 9. It's not that, like I'm
You're
gonna just reach out.
You're the same height as like me and Wonder then.
I'm like I saw those pictures. I'm like, holy hell, how big are you? That's so crazy. But I'm gonna like climb to people. It's gonna be great. Did you guys climb up to Bobby or Humble? Humble's huge too. Like tall ass dude.
Yeah, Humble's 6'2".
Do you guys ever like lift each other in a gentle way?
I mean, what happens behind closed doors with Humble is between Humble and I.
Oh my god.
Okay. I won't try to. I'll interview Humble about it later.
Nah, I mean you gotta understand. He's my best friend IRL.
Oh,
so
like... yeah. Well, when he got on the show, man, he said so much nice things about you. It was very cute. I ship you.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
So deck brewing. He sent me some sauce for set 4, which I know. We're gonna talk about Lana more, but I'm excited to pick y'all's brains a little bit about what's coming in the future, what's cooking, because there's just a lot happening. I know there's a lot of Bucky hate going on, which I would like to address. That squirrel
we got a special guest, guys.
We have the gato.
See, maybe R&B's cat is the answer to Bucky. R&B's cat says RB will no longer print cards with Ward, and they will make a 2 mana, deal 2 damage to all characters with Ward, draw a card.
Like,
nah.
Inkable.
Just banish a Bucky. That's it. That's the card.
Dude, Ward, I hate Ward. I hated Hexproof. I hated Shroud. Like, at least Shroud wouldn't fix the answer for Bucky.
Yeah.
But Shroud fixes the Geist of Saint Draft type of issue. But being able to pump up your own character while your opponent can't interact is crazy. Making a character have such a powerful effect like Bucky not be targetable. I understand that they felt like it needed something, right? Because like Blue Fairy has evasive and the card advantage trigger. So they obviously were trying to push Floodborns, right? Because they gave them extra abilities and then made all the other ones trash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if they all cost 2, I mean, I guess the Amber one costs 2, but it's still just.
It's
maybe one day it'll be busted too.
Come on, Nana.
Like if the 6, I think 6-drop Rapunzel, 6 or 5-drop Rapunzel, if she cost 3, like Nana would be a lot better.
Oh, she does cost 3 when you shift it.
6.
Yeah, but you don't want to shift. You just want a hard caster.
6 cost Rapunzel.
Like the one that you draw a card whenever you heal.
She only costs 3 if you have a Heart of Atlantis in play.
She costs 6.
Yeah, play
She's
play
6 or 5 or something. She's really expensive.
She's a 5-drop, something like that. For like an 06, nonetheless. Like she's
yeah, 5
yeah,
costs.
Maybe that's just 6.
5 costs.
Yeah, she dies to every single Sisu in existence.
Yep. And then whenever you heal,
Sisu. Oh wait, hold on. Sisu. Are we? Is set 4 doomed? What's happening? What's happening? Yo?
It's not doomed.
Everyone's talking about doom and gloom right now. I would like to say on Twitter and on everywhere. Again, pros are cooking right now, so this is the time where people like me are thriving on the internet. We are yelling, we are screaming. It's great. So Atlanta got won by a deck that I just don't understand how it won. So can y'all can y'all?
Because he didn't play against any steel decks. He played 0 steel decks. Like dude showed up and said, "I am not losing to a red deck all weekend. I might lose to a steel deck," and he didn't see any steel decks.
You did.
And like, dude just crushed people all weekend long.
Yep.
And don't get me wrong, Joshua Polt is Joshua Polt's a great dude. Like I met him, super cool, super down to earth dude. He's actually like a lawyer. He's like an attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an actual attorney.
He graduated law school last year. I might have stalked him.
Yeah. He's like an actual lawyer. Dude's super cool, super down to earth. Like I'm so incredibly happy for that dude. I hope he comes to more of these challenges. I can't wait to see him in nationals.
I believe he has an interview coming up on the Lorcana podcast.
Lorcana podcast.
Shout out to Lorcana for the interview with him. It's going to be exciting to see what he has to say. But like, what does it do? I don't know. I'm silly at my brain. Can you guys break it down? Well, how did it win? It just like it's just the matchups game. He just got really nice with it. And why does the deck go well?
Bjorn did well with a very similar list at a TIA event just recently. Like, I assume this same thing happened with Bjorn that happened with this person. Like, they got the matchups. They met it properly, and they got rewarded for their risk.
Yep.
Like,
they said
that's basically what happened. That's what happened with Aaron. That's what happened with Bobby, and to an extent, Derek. Bannable Arcia. Like he didn't make top 64, but he got top 128. Like he got 63 points. Heartbreakers being 1 point off of the bubble breaks. Amazing that Aaron had 44 points. He was one of 4 people that like was able to get on a 44 points. Like
out of 60. Wow. Out of 60.
Like that's an amazing
60 people had 44 points and 4 people with 44 made.
Yeah, him and George.
Yep.
2 well-known players. Like, and the funny thing was that George was like, let's split games. I'm telling you, the math works. No, and Aaron's like, they weren't showing us the stuff. And so he said,
we didn't have standings past round 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Wow. And so then they played, but they split games naturally.
Yeah.
And George was right. Like, if they split games, they both got in. So luckily, they both got in.
That hour of extra stress. You're just like, I just.
Oh yeah. Do you know how stressful that had to have been for both players? Like in different spots. If George thinking, if they split games, they both get in. He was probably stressed at first when they had to play, right? And then really relieved. Whereas an Aaron is like, we don't get in with this, so he's like, okay, I need to win, and then he doesn't win, so he's like stressed because he's like, crap, no, I didn't get it.
Yeah. And
then they both get in. It's just like the best of 2 format. Given stress all day long.
Oh yeah, gotta get to 45.
Is 9 rounds enough? How do we feel?
No,
it's not. Right? It's okay. Not. Crazy. What
should have been 11. Day one should have been 11.
At least.
Isn't that too realistically
long, it is. Like
it would have been.
If without melee, with a different system other than melee, no, it would have been fine. But like melee tacked on an additional 20 to 30 minutes per round.
Yeah.
I would just like in Melee's defense, there really isn't something better, right? Like if there was something better, sure. If there was something better, it would be used. If there was something better, Melee would copy its code and make it better. You know, maybe not directly copy the code, but you understand what I'm saying. They would copy the process, like, because that's just good business. So like we can't just be like it's all Melee's fault. Like, you know, like their server crashed. Like maybe maybe it is their fault. Like maybe this company that's trying their damnedest to become the #1 like website in running tournaments for Magic the Gathering and Lorcana, that's ran by a former pro that knows that things need money to work, was just decided to cheap out on everything. And I don't think that's the case.
Like, dog, Melee has been being used for the last 3 years straight now. It was shit 3 years ago and it's shit today. At some point or another,
same kind of shit.
At some point or another,
at least it's better.
At some point or another, either shit or get off the pot. Like fix it or like find a replacement.
So, I think that's the problem. There is no replacement.
Each reiteration is gonna have like new issues, like, and then if they revamp everything, then people have to relearn how to use it. Like at my event, my set championships, where they like messed up and added me late or something, and then they like tried to give me 0 points for a draw in a best of 3, and some weird things happened, and a lot of it was blamed on Melee. And realistically, it was just like a person not knowing how to properly use the program and edit it. And sure, there was not a lot of information about how to do it, but the TO or the judge and the TO, or the judge called the TO from another store, and they spent an hour trying to do it. And when they finally just messaged the Melee people on Discord, it was fixed perfectly within 5 minutes. But they spent an hour just being normal men. And like what, like, I'm not asking for directions. I will figure it out. I am a judge. I'll do it. And like we had to wait. Like luckily I was friends with a lot of other players, and they were also like, because they tried to like almost just say like fuck you, like, you know, like do whatever, but people were like, no, we need to figure this out. Like we can't do this. Like this messes with everything. So like it was like 45 minutes because they were messing with it the whole round, right? And then like afterwards, and they kept going, and like Melee fixed it pretty quickly. I mean, they have some issues, but 2,000 people using their event, as well as I'm sure Lil used it.
Yes.
And then how many like events across like the country using it? They're getting more and more popular. I think there was Magic events going on the same weekend, like possibly a GP. I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on Magic events.
Yeah.
I think GPs might actually be dead. So like, something anymore, like that.
It just doesn't.
It would be nice if it didn't break.
But
they might need to invest in more servers. Yeah.
Right. Spend more.
I guess
money,
I'm just trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just trying to be.
I can respect
positive.
That. Yeah.
It's just. It's just the annoying thing though when it breaks, and it's like, what else do we get mad at than the thing that isn't working properly? It's just like
when the biggest problem for an event is that there were too many people, either too many people in the space or too many people on the software. That is a good problem to have.
As long as they address it.
Yes, as long as it's
because
addressed.
It is a. Because that's like Google Plus was what was that social media thing?
Shout out Google Plus, like, around that.
It died, right?
Yeah,
it died.
Circles, they gotta be able
you had to like give them your
social
security or some shit to like get in, like sell your firstborn child, and yeah.
Google Plus, follow me on Google Plus, everyone.
Yeah, that lasted like 3 weeks.
Remember the glasses?
I didn't even know what you guys were talking about.
The glasses that was a thing from Google that died. I forget what they were called, but
those are still alive, I think.
Are they?
I think those are still alive.
Or whatever, yeah.
What?
Yeah, they were just promoting it. Like, hey, this is a thing we're working on. It's really cool.
Shout out to TCG secretly for the follow. Oh my god, man. Melee problems, but like you can't. They're not going to be able to figure it out by Chicago. No way.
No.
Like,
fortunately,
but Chicago's less
half the
people.
size.
Maybe it'll be fine.
No. There's
I
not
would-
going to be an immediate fix. Like,
No,
I'm
sure.
not saying that by any means. What I'm saying is, Ravensburger, please hear our cries. Put together a team to develop software specifically for Lorcana. Like, you guys are doing something that's very, very different with the best of 2 format. If you want to continue to do it, I support you. Develop software for it. Develop your own system. Utilize it. Make sure that there's enough server space so that these events can run as smoothly as possible.
And I think they're gonna try their best. I think they've been solid with that, like, sense of just let's figure things out. Let's make this best as possible. Because, like you said prior, for a first time event,
Oh yeah.
it was. What would you rate it? Like 8, 7? What's
Out
the
of 10?
experience? Yeah.
So, like, am I rating it on itself, or am I rating it against other events?
I guess both separately. It's completely different, like, because if
Okay,
you compare it
so-
by itself, it's a whole different experience. I mean,
Yeah.
the high of everything as well. You know, good and bad, that definitely. But like compared to other events
Right.
and just overall.
On itself, I would say, like, if I'm not taking into consideration anything else, a 7.2.
Okay.
If I'm taking into consideration how it stacks up against other events that I've been to, an 8.9.
That's solid though,
Yeah.
especially considering it's the first.
Right. Like,
Hold on.
There were
My brain turned off for a second. What was the question? And is R&B only saying that because he made top 8?
Ooh.
no, I'm saying I'm not. It has nothing to do with my performance. I'm talking about, like, I was explaining to them earlier. I showed up day of. I didn't do the early registration or anything like that. And I have showed up to 2,000 player events before and stood in line for hours and hours to pick up my badge. Like,
Right.
there were a ton of people in line in front of me. I made it through registration and check-in, which was in 2 separate halls within 15 minutes. Which
Yeah,
was
that's
insane. Insanity. That was something that was, like, huge for me. The fact that they had 60 floor judges, they had ample staffing, that was insane to me. Like, the fact that they had a backup plan for when Melee did go down,
Yep.
for a QR code to a link tree, and pushed the PDF file for every round's pairings, like,
I sent you a message, Breezy.
Ooh.
that's the type of stuff that made it such a positive experience. Like, not even take into consideration how amazing this community is and how much better I think that this community is against other communities that I've been a part of in the past. Like, it was so smooth. Like, from start to finish, it was incredibly smooth. Were there hiccups? Sure. Were there things that could have been done better? Sure. The things that were problems, they addressed them and they fixed them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, they acknowledged that they were problems. They were like, hey, we hear you. We hear your feedback. This is what we're going to do because of it. I've never seen an organization take accountability for deficiencies and then give something back to the community to say, hey, like, we get it. We fucked up.
Well,
Here's a little something because of it.
And Ravensburger's been doing that since the very beginning. They've been listening to their communities. They've been owning up to their mistakes and paying back forward. Like, even at Gen Con, when the whole line fiasco happened, the next morning they went down the line and gave coffees and donuts. I was given a cup of coffee by Steve Warner.
That's what I'm saying. They're
That's
super
crazy.
receptive to feedback, which is something that you don't. It's not common. You don't see that. Usually, you're like, I'm angry. This sucks, and they're like, cool. I don't
Right.
care. I'm still taking your money. But like Ravensburger's like, no. We want this community to thrive. We want our players to have a positive experience. How can we achieve that goal? And I absolutely love them for that.
Oh yeah, and like with this, they might jump back to best of 3. They might stick with 2 game. Like, but the point is, like, they're listening. This isn't.
That's the biggest thing.
This isn't the company that shall not be named. That just completely ignores their fan base.
Which company? Which company?
Hasbro. But
Checking in.
So, I have mixed feelings about the 2-game format now, if I'm being honest. So like,
now you understand it perfectly.
Yeah, like I was a huge negative proponent to the 2-game format previously. And I'm still not saying that I like it by any means necessary. I'm not saying that it's good, but I'm also not saying that it's bad.
My God, what a handsome Peter Pan in our screen. Holy hell! Now, would you like to do the introduction to our surprise guest? Please.
Oh, you guys got Brennan. He's like
for this beautiful, beautiful man.
He's like the prettiest Lorcana player in existence. Are you kidding me right now?
Oh my
you're too kind, Ryan.
What is
And he sounds so hot. Wow.
Oh my word.
He's gonna stop fanboying over me now that he's like heard your voice.
This is the
He's
man
over
that
me,
my
I'm
wife
chopped
falls
liver now.
asleep to with his voice.
I have shrines
it's so
everywhere,
wonderful.
dude. Mr. Nye, would you like to
I
introduce
love
our
this
surprise
green
guest?
screen beverage.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you Brennan DeCandio.
Hi.
Okay. Wow, dude. Thank you for being on. How are you doing, man? How was Atlanta? How are you doing? Thank you for just hopping on, saying hi. How are you?
Yeah. No, good, thanks. I was just watching some coverage and I messaged Wonderland about how I thought the coverage went a little bit, some of the stuff I was looking at, and he's like, I'm on this thing. I was like, what are you talking about?
This thing.
And
we are this
so,
thing.
We are this thing. The
hey
shoe
man, I don't
drinking-
get out much.
Well, you know, well, how? What are your thoughts? Well, I got you. Well, please.
In Atlanta, it was great. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool meeting a ton of people. I met Wonderland for the first time. I met a ton of people. R&B I've known for how long have I known you? What, like 16
Since you were
years?
16? Yeah. Like,
So I've known you
million
forever.
years.
Before you went away for a while and then came back. But yeah, no, it was great. I met a ton of people. I had fun meeting. I knew a lot of the people at the event as far as the coverage staff and PPG, and I didn't know anyone from Rockensberger, but getting to see them, I didn't make too many acquaintances with them, but I was busy otherwise. But it's a lot of fun. It was fun to see that many people excited about Lorcana. And just makes me want to play more, which Chicago's only a week away, so.
You're heading to Chicago?
Yep.
Texas?
So jelly.
Texas, TBD. We'll see. Just with work scheduling and
of course.
a lot of travel. So, but I mean, I would like to, but we'll see how it all goes.
Win Chicago. Win Chicago. Quit your job. Full-time streamer. Full-time Lorcana. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
We'll
Hell
see.
yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Sell the
hell
Mickey.
Yeah.
Just use that for the rest of your career.
Just run it out. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna do fantastic in Chicago. How did Atlanta do?
You might need more than one Mickey.
Yeah, but the first one is gonna be
in
great.
this capitalistic economy.
Listen.
Yeah, I would need a couple Mickeys to make my year. But we could do it. No, Atlanta, my matchups didn't go that great. I did have a no-show round one, which was convenient. But there was a lot of people, I think, with how the tournament was, how in Melee, that I would say I think maybe 40 or 50 people had no opponent round one. Happened to be me. But also after that, the next 6 rounds or so, I played against Blue Red half the time, and I was playing Ember Steel, so it wasn't great. So my tournament ended in round 8. I 1-1 with my opponent. Didn't want to really discuss the implications of a match 1-0 or 2-0 from that point onward because it wasn't to me. But yeah, there's a lot with the structure of this tournament, which is great, but a lot of it I don't like.
But
I don't know if you guys talked about that or not. I haven't.
I think we're about to enter that actually.
We were talking about Melee, and Ryan was being negative, and I was being optimistic. What is your thought on how it was done, and how you think it might go on in the future?
I don't know many of the details of why Melee will crash. It's not capacity. It's often, people from Melee are there at the event in real time to help with anything that goes wrong and try to accommodate. It's more so the capability that the Wi-Fi has a lot of times from where they're at that warrants the power. They can kind of power it from that area, and in a convention hall, it's typically not the greatest Wi-Fi even for staff. But I don't know. I don't know the details. I mean, it was unfortunate that there was a lot of delays because of Melee. It maybe added an hour throughout the day, if not a little more. Hour and a half maybe. But I'm certain that now that scale is kind of known and what needs to be done internally can be hopefully addressed. So I have hope for that. I mean, if they need to do something else, sure, it'd be better if it could be run through an official app, but that could also be difficult if no one from or who works on that app is there in real time in case something goes wrong. Having a program like Wizards Event Reporter, while sometimes buggy from Magic perspective, it is something that a lot of people knew how to use. It was universal, and everyone, for tournament organizers, to your local stores, to the big tournaments,
so much better.
It wasn't perfect,
so much
but it
better
helped.
than the new app.
Oh,
it might not be better than Melee, but it's so much better than the companion app. So much better.
Yeah, that thing I've never attempted to use. I've never run events. I ran events maybe
it's not
12 years ago when I was a judge, so it was a long time.
Goodness.
But yeah.
Wow. Well, you know, Chicago, hopefully they'll be a little more consistent with everything. Hopefully it would go smoother. Less people, same people. Is it less people, right?
It's
half as many.
Yeah.
So
there are currently here. Let me pull up that number because the
thoughts on the 9 rounds wasn't enough. How many?
No.
Just need more. Okay,
10 at least.
Well,
10 at least for the amount that there was in.
So it's very simple. There's literally just a bunch of breakdowns for how specific rounds are calculated in capacity. For the cut they had, they should have had 12 rounds, but 11 would have been okay with the cut top 64. But that's a minimum. But I don't know that they can realistically do that.
Right.
Without having, I mean, the top 64 cut and play is kind of strange. And having people show up early to then be eliminated after 2 rounds is also not fun. But it's not unprecedented. So it's really the vibe they're going for. But my biggest thing with the 2-game format in the event was that, you know, if you were 5-0, like 5-0, meaning 5 2-0s in a row, you could just draw 4 rounds in a row. So creating this tournament structure that is supposed to disincentivize people from drawing and make every game matter made so many less games matter if you were doing really well.
Wow.
Where I
hate to interrupt rudely, but you can refund your ticket on Eventbrite, right? Full refund?
Yes, a week before.
Up to a week before.
Up to a week before.
Wait,
the event.
And Chicago's in 2 weeks?
Yes, so you can refund it right now if you want to.
You don't have a ticket.
What's the last day I have to refund?
That would be
Thursday.
this Friday, Thursday?
Friday.
Thursday. It'd have to be Thursday.
Did you do the thing we talked about?
And today's Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Pal.
It's Tuesday, isn't it?
It's Tuesday, isn't it? Shout out the Brits. Shout out the EU people out there too.
Wonder, did you check the website at the right time?
If I sell my Rapunzel, I might be going to Chicago because I just.
Let's go!
Hey!
Alive all American Dark! Chicago tickets. Let's go. Nice, dude. Let's go.
Dude, this stream has been legit, dude.
Hey, we only got gods amongst here. Okay, this is I almost died on Thursday. We're back with a bang. Gonna be fantastic. That's the only way. But damn, that's so exciting. But okay. So Chicago, right? Now we're in Chicago. What are we doing? Are we already geared up, ready? What's happening to? Are we cooking? How do we feel about it? Are we experimenting? What's going on?
I'm still cooking.
Cooking. Okay, we're in the kitchen.
I have played about 50 matches with every color pair. It's kind of like which decks I want to play with every color pair. I have a couple favorites now, so I'm kind of down to like 5 decks or so. Gonna wait to see how Tia's tournament goes, see what everyone else thinks the meta is going to cook up to be, and then kind of build with that in mind. That's me, a non-professional player. That's what I would be doing. But let's hear from the people who actually know what they're doing.
You look so incredible, by the way. Wow, just straight up model shot right now. Anyway,
I'm on my
How
couch in the living room. No, let's
Again,
let's
just
start with R&B though.
casually-
He's got the top 8.
I was gonna go through my left to right, but that works.
I'll be dyslexic
Let's
here.
let's go manga style, baby. Let's go manga
All right,
style.
all right. Left, right, top, this is
Right to
top
left.
8. How are we cooking?
I mean, like, blue steel go burr. Like 8 pops, no wheel. I'm still cooking in the space of Zoolander right now. One of the biggest drawbacks to the deck is refilling your opponent's hand, especially against the Ruby decks. You know, when you're playing against the red-blue deck and they're a very go-over-the-top deck, they're playing bigger things than you. All of their bodies remove one of your bodies. The last thing you want to do is refill their hand. So, like, I've been working on ways to make the draw engine consistent enough in the blue steel deck to no longer need a whole new world and still have the draw capacity while not giving your opponent those additional resources. And I think I'm pretty close to it. I'm not doing bad into red blue. I'm splitting games for the most part with like maybe a slight edge just because I'm starting to understand the matchup a little bit more where I just don't play bodies and I just play items and then just like win from hand essentially with Ariel and Tamatoa and Lucky Dime. It's just finding them in a reasonable amount of time. The green steel match is very, very good for us. You know, between the grab your swords, the babooms, the fire, the cannons, you know, just being an inherent steel deck with incidental damage is really, really good into them. I'm putting a lot of stock in cards like Triton's Decree, Fire the Cannons, Baboom, anything that's going to deal, you know, that 2 damage in the first 2 turns of the game to stop the shifted Diablos, or like Triton's Decree is a card that I really want to play around with, but I'm still cooking on Zoolander. I've got 8 popsicles now. Like, how can I? Like, Popsicle is a great card. You gave me like a steel one. Like, there's no shot I'm not gonna play all 8.
Oh, yeah. With
Gonna get a brain freeze from those popsicles.
Did you win a set at all, or was that only the top 4?
That was only
that
the
got...
number 1.
Well, number 1 got the foil set.
Yes.
But I think they gave regular sets out.
They
too.
gave out boxes.
Oh, boxes. Did you get boxes?
I didn't get shit.
I didn't get shit. I only got $75.
I got golden Mickey.
I didn't get anything.
I don't know anything.
Since you guys wanna
Oh my god, it's the golden Mickey, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that thing. Oh my god,
that's so pretty.
Wow. Ladies, you can pay your college loans, you can pay I don't know, you can do a lot. You
Down
buy
payment.
a Forte, Kia Soul. I'm selling Kias apparently. God.
Well. He needs to at least be open. He only owns half that Mickey.
Oh.
He had to play a teammate in the top 16. If you're not prize splitting with a teammate on a prize over $10,000, I mean, if you're rich, maybe. But if you're rich, prize split anyways. You have the money. Might as well help out your friend who doesn't. Like, you still play for placement, and placement's what matters. Like, if you're filthy rich, right? Like,
Ryan knows how I feel.
I mean, if you're filthy rich, I know how you do too. That's why I'm rubbing it in.
about how you feel about splitting. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
you know, Brendan say just he's like, just crush them. It's mine. But like,
destroy them.
To be
I just
fair,
want some porridge.
To be fair, Flutes is my worst matchup, and I did not anticipate beating Aaron.
Ooh. Well, you did.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you price split if you're not filthy
Correct.
rich.
Destroy him.
I'm not Why you keep saying filthy rich? Ain't nobody in this chat filthy rich.
No.
None of
Well,
us.
if we were to compare wages, I would make you look filthy rich. But
yeah, but I live
have
in
a sugar
Florida.
mama, though, so don't mind me.
I live in Florida. The cost of living here is 7 times what it is in Nebraska.
Dude, you probably spend in gas what my rent is.
Yeah.
So what if
Isn't it great
all
living in the
Lorcana
Midwest?
just went to like a state that's cheap and we just like created a Lorcana, like just the entire nation
Beach
within
house
a-
state.
just like
We
an
call it
entire like
celebration.
That'd be so cool.
I want to know what Brennan's cooking. Like
let's what you're cooking, man.
he's over there like all quietly just. Yeah,
getting ready.
I'm just gonna crush all of you.
What are you
out
of here?
If you've seen the movie American Beauty, the way he's sitting is
Yes.
just hilarious.
Yep.
My couch.
He takes his hands down.
I'm on my couch.
He has a nice looking apartment or house.
Bruh, for real
Oh,
though.
Mr. Bobby, Mr. B Square. Yeah, dude. Look at hi Brandon. Hi Bobby. What's up? What's happening, everyone? For the ones that are hopping in, this is a crazy change of events, by the way. We got like Lorcana icons in this phenomenal little chat we got going on, and thank you for everyone that's stopping by. So much craziness, so much fun stuff. But yeah, what are we cooking, Brandon? What is the Candia sauce?
I'm trying stuff. Like, I have a bunch of cards and decks. I think Ryan probably. Sorry, R&B. I'm gonna go with R&B. Is it better if I do R&B than Ryan?
No,
Right, Ryan.
I think my Discord's about to crash.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you.
Oh,
I feel bad for you.
goodbye,
I'm
my
sorry.
friend.
If I leave, I'll be back.
Goodbye, my.
No, I like
Well,
to throw
I'll just
a ton of bad ideas at the wall. So I'm trying the worst things imaginable over and over again, and I'll eventually come around to something. But everything from Steel Song to, I've tried variations of Green Steel, and the Red Blue deck's never really going to be my style of deck to play. And I think it's relatively boring, and I could not sit through 9 rounds of that deck, so I wouldn't touch it. But I'm sure someone else will find some enjoyment in doing that. Blue Steel is pretty cool. I've liked. There he goes. I've liked some versions of that. Mainly because of the popularity of Green Steel, but Mufasa is also interesting to figure out. It struggles a little bit. I think you can build the Ruby Amber Mufasa deck to either beat Red Blue or Red Ruby Sapphire or Emerald Steel. I don't know if they can beat both simultaneously.
Yeah, that's rough.
So I'm not sure where to take it. It's still a ton of options to kind of go through before I could figure out what I really do like. I still went to Steel Song last season pretty well. I tried some other decks. The 2 format really deterred me from some decks that are not very proactive or don't have super consistent draws like Steel Song does. We'll see. We'll see if that changes, or if I can convince Tia to make the next event best of 3. Maybe. Hold your breath. We'll see.
Just keep bugging her about it. But like,
you
just change it.
You won a best of 2, right? Or were both of your show? You won 2 or and top 3 or 1 top?
1, 2, topped 4 of them in 5 of attempts.
Goodness gracious.
No big deal. No big deal. He just, I won it.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
No, you're good. One of your favorite things. These are a few.
I was gonna say one of my favorite things about the weekend was that after I made day 2, Bannable was like, man, I can't give you shit for actually having no finishes in anything anymore. Because I was like the worst person on our team. Like, my only finish after the team started was like top 8 of a local like $500 like thing. Everyone else in the team has multiple or at least 1 Tia top 8s, and like all the people I hang out with have it. Like, the pressure from this weekend for a content creator was like so much more than just a regular player. All right, anyways.
No, yeah, the online events have been fun. We'll see how this one goes and what the next one holds, whenever that is. And I might try something safe just to see if something safe is good and roll with that. There's nothing wrong with playing a powerful deck. Green Steel Bucky is very strong on the front foot. The mirror matches are not fun at all.
I'll ship you a list, Brian.
Sorry?
I said I'll ship you a list. I'll ship you something you're gonna like.
R&B, ship me it too, please. Ship it my way.
I got sauce.
I don't want to play a bunch of mirror matches.
Don't.
You already promised me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Brandon
So-
B squared wants your blue steel sauce, by the way. Just letting you know.
Everyone wants the item store.
Everyone wants your Zoolander sauce.
Everyone
So-
You
wants
have
Zoolander sauce.
generated a movement, sir. People want your
So
sauce.
obviously,
I want your sauce.
what I'm about to say is referring to set 3,
I'll
but
give
I
it some sauce,
jammed
alright.
like
We ain't talking about no
40-ish
necklace, though.
games against Kendall. No, I'm not. Green Steel Mirror. And for the first 30-ish games, it really kind of felt like whoever was on the play would win.
Mhm.
But our lists were slightly different, where he had Hooks and Smees and I had Robin Hoods. And in the first 20 or so games, I just was not... I was inking Robin Hood and keeping Beast. Or just like inking Robin Hood very early, because it would be turns before I could play it. And towards the end, and I was losing more than I was winning. Like,
Yeah,
I would win most of my on the plays,
Mhm.
but then occasionally lose them. But then after I had switched that game plan, and respected the Robin Hood a little bit more, and like early kept it, and just would ink Beast and play Robin Hood, I started winning more on the draw and maintaining my wins on the play. So it's just like, yes, we say like you're on the play, you win, you're on the draw, you lose. But there really is just a small change like that. One card difference. And like
Mhm.
Beast is a super powerful card,
Mhm.
has a huge difference in the impact of the game. But this is like level 3. We were already past level 1, which is you were mulliganing every song you have, because you have to just deny your opponent from hitting a turn 2 Ursula, because every card in your hand matters, because it is a slugfest that both players' hands are going to get empty, and someone's going to play a Beast for some card advantage and run away. And from my games today against the Diablo Mirror, some of it really came down to that, and I wouldn't be surprised if maybe there is some tech out there that will be found that then could maybe let some skill depth matter.
Yeah.
I hate to agree with DeCandio about play draw not being as important, but like here we are.
Not.
Like
It's
Well,
not.
Yeah.
skill matters. Who knew?
Yeah, it does. But free less on that one with the Robin Hood Beast. That 6 is greater than 5 on those stat points there.
Did I say relentless? I mean sad
No.
beast, referring
No,
to
no,
the
I was
good
talking
one.
about
Same
willpower.
Willpower.
Willpower on those
Oh,
two
yeah.
cards with
And,
the day.
and that's a big reason, yeah. A big reason is it not just dying to a single Zeus.
Yeah. No, yeah. Early on from playing that deck when I played it in the T event, the Revenge of the Fifth one, I had 4 hoods, 4 beasts, and like in the mirror matches, I just immediately got rid of beasts because you're just not good as your curve topper. And like what you're saying about mulliganing the songs, you also just never play your deceiver, your 2 cost until they play a deceiver of all, and then you play it. Even on turn 2, you just don't even like. There's a bunch of levels to the green steel mirror, and if you can get to a certain point, it will come down more to skill than luck. But there's always gonna be an element of luck when you're emptying both players' hands and you're both drawing off the top. It's gonna be like, someone's eventually just gonna draw a 5-drop, and having more 5-drops in your deck can make all the difference. So when you play Robin Hood and Beast, sure,
And
that's a lot of
Helga.
5s, but your goal is to empty both players' hands and draw off the top, and having bigger cards is just pretty good.
All right, Yokai, just imagine this is you.
Drawing that good card on top of deck.
I
wins
have a
you games,
question
ladies
from
and gentlemen.
chat. How do we feel about Ruby Amethyst in set 4?
Ooh. Are we saying our
So
goodbyes?
We should
Red
direct
Purple
this
is-
to the person who played it on stream all day today, or R&B because he likes to talk.
R&B.
Did you
Everyone
play it
likes
today, Brennan?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, go
How do you
ahead.
feel?
Oh, I played a different version of it, much similar to Wonderland's version from set 3, where it was the hyper aggro, like
Mhm.
Simba Pinocchio version. That was probably the best version I could think of for Supergroup to fit in, because Supergroup is a very strong card still.
Mhm.
I think it's more so that we haven't figured out how to use it properly than it not being as good as we thought. And when you just get to have 8 goats in your deck that is all about just gaining lore as fast as possible, it can make like life miserable for anyone trying to challenge back and take things out. So I tried that all day today. That's why I played for about 3 hours on stream or something like that, and it was a lot of fun. I think it was still struggling against the steel decks in some ways, but not the more so like the Amber Steel and the Blue Steel, less so the Diablo decks. Even though it can struggle with Diablo because Ursula's a big problem, but no, there's something to it. I mean, it's just trying stuff out. I don't think the only other new card I had was the 1-cost Broom that shuffles in well, that's like the Turn-a-Box followers.
Yep.
But I just wanted more copies of one-drop storms.
That card is so good.
The Broom.
Every time I put it in a deck, I like it a lot.
Yeah, they're functionally the same in a lot of cases, except the Broom can get Rafiki Pinocchio tapped and killed. Like if they
But
go.
you can challenge a Merfolk. You can challenge a Merfolk and then draw a card, and that's what I like. It gives a little bit more flexibility. But it does die.
They're both unique, for sure. And I like that it survives their Tinkerbell trigger. There's a lot of things that make it different. They're neither better nor worse. They're just different. Those are the cards that were new from the set that I tried out in the deck. I didn't think anything else really fit. I'd love to play Flynn in that kind of deck because Flynn's really good, but there's nothing with high strength in that deck really, except for goats and foxes, and it's not consistent enough. But yeah, I mean, I think Red Purple is still going to be really good. Brawl is really, really good for the removal suite.
Yep.
Just the traditional removal deck, and yeah, I think they all play, Sisu, the 3-cost, and then probably some number of the 8-cost to shift on. I call it Inksu because it's the inkable 3-cost Sisu versus the other one, and then there's big Sisu, and then there's 1/1 Sisu.
Yep. And then there's the blue vanilla one.
That doesn't count.
That's not a real card.
But yeah, it has legs. I mean, it just hasn't taken shape yet. It's much like grindy decks in other games. They take a minute to have to adjust to a meta game. Right now there isn't one. I mean, sure, there's Ruby Sapphire and there's Green Steel, but there's still a ton of random decks that exist, and we haven't seen anything yet. So
right. I mean, we're probably the first big one we're gonna get to look at is gonna be the Thea's event this Saturday, June 1st.
Tia's event is this
big
weekend.
deal.
Yes.
It's gonna be everyone should tune into it. I think we'll get the first serious look at what's been people brewing behind secret doors and what's been going on. And see what's good and what's bad. It's gonna be exciting. And then next thing you know, boom, Chicago. So y'all gotta figure it out quick, because if not, well, guess what? The big deal is on Chicago.
Well,
so.
Only 2 of us are going to Chicago right now, right? Unless Wonderland actually got his ticket.
No.
Yeah, he's
are none of you the hosts aren't going? Breezy?
No, I'm going.
One half of Lorcana After Dark.
Oh, but R&B can't afford it?
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
It's not.
He said, "Sell your Mickey."
There's a one and done deal.
I mean, I think he's trying.
I'm not trying. Like, I didn't get a ticket to Chicago, so like, I'm not going to Chicago.
You should talk to DeCandio. He has a secret strategy that.
You know that Ben got his ticket when the top 16 finished for Chicago in Atlanta.
Huh. Interesting.
Because someone sold their ticket.
There's a brief window if someone cancels where it goes back on Eventbrite. So refreshing constantly. Sometimes you'll get lucky.
Interesting.
Like, I got lucky. Like, when he was like, "I'll check Eventbrite right now," I like looked over. I don't know if you were watching the stream, but I was not looking forward. I was over here. I clicked my link. I have it. I'll share. Oh, you'll see everything here. I clicked this little button I had up over here where I had it saved to directly their page. And I was like, "Oh, it says get ticket +1." My eyes went big. I clicked the one. I clicked the button, and bada boom.
Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
What he's saying is that
I've only checked 40 times.
I mean, like, this is also super. This is also super like short notice too.
Oh, yeah.
Like no time for preparation. Like no time to prepare my job. PTO. Like I have to be able to like I have a full-time job. Like I have.
You
to
really
be able
sound
to
like you're coming down with something there, Ryan. Like you got a cough. Are you feeling okay? Dude, you might need to take some time off of work. It sounds like it might hit you really hard around Friday.
I'm just giving you an opportunity to get one, Wonder. That's all it is.
Oh.
But if you're not there to split with me in the major rounds, how am I gonna get there?
Well, then Brennan's gonna show up and be like, "Don't
Hello?
you fucking dare!"
Brennan ain't splitting shit. He might split your lip, but like
You're gonna match up with
I know, right? I need you
Stop.
there. Dude, I'm gonna get paired against him. I'm gonna sit down. He's gonna look at me and just chuckle. He's
The
gonna
only
chuckle.
split you're getting is them cheeks. Wonderland.
So earlier in the show, I said that Zen Said was, in my opinion, arguably one of the top 10 greatest Lorcana players in the world currently today. You have another one in this chat right now that I believe is a part of that group, and that is Brennan DeCandio. Brennan, I've known you since you were a kid. I've always recognized that you
I was like 16.
That is a child.
That is a
You-
kid.
That's a kid.
That is a kid.
Baby.
That is a child. Like you, I don't know what it is. You just have this understanding of TCGs at a fundamental level that makes you significantly better than anyone. I've known thousands and thousands of TCG players across many different games throughout the course of my life, and I've never met anyone that has as much raw talent when it comes to TCGs as you. Period. And I do think that you are one of the top 10 players in the world right now. So,
Thank you. I can only try.
Said top 10. Shout out.
Wow,
Goat.
that's awesome.
So many goats. Thanks for being on the show, by the way, Brandon. It was short notice. Thanks so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Man.
Hey, yeah, thank you so much. Like, this is crazy. It's like I get to watch all of these beautiful, beautiful men on my Twitch, lurking at work, looking away, just listening to the beautiful voices. So like, it's such a.
We've got another hour if we want, don't we?
Another
Or
half
are we
hour.
done now?
Half hour. Nod goes
hour.
to bed
Half
early,
hour.
so
I
he's
go
the
to-
thing. He's an old man.
I'm already past my bedtime.
So we got time to kill, and this is so exciting. So I'm very giddy about everything. Chicago's on the way. Set Force coming. The retail release. When is that? Who cares about it anymore? It doesn't matter because like things are happening. But Diablo is so expensive. I can't afford that thing. You know, that's the common man can't afford the goddamn birds, and I'm mad about
I
it.
saw it at 30. I was like, it'll go down.
It'll go down. I said. Yeah. People were like, I remember when that card came out. I was like, oh my god, this card sucks. Huh? This card stinks. I was like, wait, nah. Hold on, it ain't on it. So now it's $50, and I can't afford it. It's great. It's. I don't know what to do for. I don't know what to for Texas. It ain't Texas.
Bobby, why
Shout
you
out
crying?
Beyonce.
Like, I wanted to play Emerald, but I don't have any Diablos, and I can't buy them. So it's
So
like,
that's kind of a issue, right? I
That's
can't
their
find
funds
them.
are for.
Well, that's true.
Yep. Well,
Ryan.
the problem with that is they have to have 8 now if everyone's playing it.
Well, you heard Ryan. He's not going. So
yeah.
Ryan's gonna just give you the four enchants he's about to get.
I got his hoods.
Oh,
He's
I
good.
was. Does anyone know? Did the winner get a foil set of what set? Was it set
Inklings.
1 or 3 or
Inklings.
4?
It was Inkling.
2?
No, it was Inklings.
3.
they got a foil master set, including all enchanteds of set 3. And it was
Is
only
Inkling set 1 or 2? It's set 3.
3.
Three.
Inklings
Three.
is set 3.
The
What
location
is
is
set
set
2 called?
Rise
Dog,
of
how
the
Rise of
long
the
have you been
Floodborn.
playing this game, man?
Rise of the Floodborn.
Bro,
Sad
bro,
Beast.
bro. It's set 1,
Set-
set 2, set 3. So what?
So it's
What are you talking
it's
about?
the first chapter.
Okay, Boomer.
Rise of the Floodborn. Into the Inklings. Ursula's Return. Redacted.
But you say Marcadian Masks, and this dude will rattle off the entire card list.
Now it's Lorcana. He's
You
like
know?
the set. Woo!
I actually can't think of what the set after masks was. Mercadian
Nemesis.
Masks, Nemesis, Prophecy,
These guys are talking about sets that are
Onslaught,
older than me.
Legions,
You missed Judgment.
You missed Judgment.
No,
No,
you missed
Judgment was
Judgment Block.
before
Isn't Judgment
Onslaught.
the third set?
No, Onslaught's the third set. Or it's Onslaught, Legion, Scourge, and it's Judgment, Torment,
Scourge,
and
Odyssey,
Odyssey.
Judge.
OJC.
Yeah, oh,
Onslaught's
man,
when I
that's like
started.
my,
Odyssey,
it's like my
Torment,
teenage
Judgment.
years, bro.
Yeah, like I said.
Onslaught was the first time I ever
Yeah.
picked up a Magic card.
Mercadian
Dude,
Masks.
we are
was
magic
when I was
boomers.
born.
Final Fantasy. I'm
my
into
bro-
Magic,
my-
guys. What's up?
My older brother taught me how to play Magic with Sarah Angels, Singer Vampires, Thralls, and Fallen Empires and 4th edition. that was.
Bro, I was playing the
That's how-
Heedless
that's why
ones
I'm
with
here right
Launchwood
now.
armor.
Do you know what? I guess I haven't talked about this before, but the second card game I ever learned how to play was the I can't remember. It had 5.
Chaotic.
Maybe it was just Legend of the Five Rings.
The
There
board
was
game?
like you picked a clan, and the deck boxes had like stats on them, and those were like your starting hand and your health. And so you had to buy a starter to play a class, and then they had like 5 or 6 classes, and then they had a neutral thing. Legend
Yo,
of
is
the Five
Greasy
Rings.
about to pull
they
this out
got
of
it.
his? Is he about to pull?
Oh
this?
shit!
Stop
That was
it!
I think they later made it a board game, but like it
No
started out as a
shot.
booster game. Like
It did.
it was like a booster pack, starter pack game,
Oh,
and
wow.
I liked that. Oh, I also played Wyvern, which
No.
like, did you have that one too? Do you have
No.
that one?
Oh, no, I don't.
Like my older brother was obviously older than me, so like
Yo,
when I
old
was 7, he
people
was out there
represent.
buying all the nerdy stuff.
Shout out to Bad Backs.
Yes.
Yo, Remy goes, yo, old people represent.
I started
Shout
in
out to Bad
Tarkir.
Oh my goodness. That's a whole fetch land like generation change.
I started with $1,000 standard decks. It was great.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Beth,
that was
I
favorite-
don't know
fav-
about that.
Moist Mardu.
Moist Mardu. Dark
favorite
Jeskai.
favorite
That-
favorite
Okay,
block
I
set.
love that deck.
That was
Favorite
awful.
favorite block set. Wonder.
Nostalgic wise, Invasion.
No.
Most recent memory, like I did actually really like Khan's block.
Brennan.
But I just yeah.
A long time it was original Ravnica. I also liked Innistrad, the first Innistrad, a lot. That was probably the top tier, just because it introduced the top-down design philosophy. Getting to really understand what it meant to feel a card, like when you just look at it and read it, was a big part of learning for me. So Innistrad was probably the whole thing too. The whole story of it was kind of cool. Back when Magic stories kind of made sense, and they didn't just Marvel Snap everyone back to. Yeah, back when they didn't just, literally reset the button in recent years.
Yeah.
And back when card design made sense and it wasn't just busted set after busted
Make more
set.
cards.
I think for me it was number one's probably Lorwyn block.
That was
Number
fun.
two is probably Alara block.
Okay.
I loved Alara.
You like it because the Planeswalkers were introduced
Alright.
there? Or
Yeah.
the Planeswalker came back then, I think.
Mhm.
A Johnny.
That introduced probably one of my least favorite mechanics ever printed. The
Mythic.
Gambler's mechanic.
What?
Well, that's also Mythic. Cascade.
Cascade.
Oh.
Fucking hate
I
Cascade.
loved Cascade.
Living
It
End.
felt so good. Bloodbraid Elf into blightning your opponent. Oh man.
Yeah.
I also really liked Vengevine a lot.
So Cascade, humorously, Cascade doesn't bother me if it's in the combo decks. Like, sure, Living End is degenerate, whatever, sure. But like,
That's where it's a problem.
It's when it's a effing coin flip, and my opponent and me are playing the mirror, and they flip the best possible card every time, and I hit the worst possible card I just don't like mechanics like that. I don't, like
a little
RNG.
gamble.
I don't like a card that says when you play this, do one of 5 random things. I despise it.
You don't
Yet
like
you
the
love
little Mufasa?
So you like your opponent having a turn
Drawing
two-
cards is
turn
like
two
the only
10
thing
power
that
You don't
doesn't
like
bother me.
Mufasa?
Yeah, turn two
I
10
don't
power
like
stuff
Mufasa.
play is fine, guys. Don't worry.
I don't actually play
turn two
Mufasa.
Shardless Agent into Rhinos is completely okay. Yeah, you're totally right.
But you can counter that. Like you can. I'm not saying that that's not broken. I'm not saying that like maybe they need to fix it. They banned Hypergenesis. Like if we're gonna go on that rant, like that's fine. I'm just
good
saying.
with Magic.
I personally, yeah. I'm just don't like formats in any game where I feel the skill can be negated by luck. Now, sure, as DeCandio said, like, yeah, 7 cards off a whole new world. Sure, you get lucky because you draw good cards after it. And I don't know why. I do not know why that drawing cards doesn't bother me with variants as much as like flipping cards to show one to play for.
I feel like that's just even. I don't know that just. I don't know, especially like in Lorcana, nothing feels better than just hitting something nice with Mufasa. You know, it's like, oh, what do I get?
When it hits Mufasa, Maleficent, then you want to slit your wrists.
Yeah, but you do. But you do it.
Well, yes, your opponent does.
And then you do it, and you get Lantern.
Oh, that's true.
Every time, Mufasa 4 cards in my deck.
Like Jeff Hoogland did in the playoffs in Atlanta.
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Right?
He like
playoffs in
Atlanta into like Marvel Snap.
Mm-hmm.
How does that game exist still? Right?
I never understood that game, to be honest.
People are still buying
number go
skins.
up. Good. You want 2 big numbers.
2 big numbers.
It's a gotcha game, right?
Kinda.
It's
yeah.
It's like one of those things. Like I used to play it, but then you stop playing it, and then you get back into it. There's like 90 cards you missed out on because you didn't buy gazillion battle passes and like caught up their purchase money system, and it's just. And then the good decks require those decks because it's a gotcha game. It's just
Ryan just casually shuffling like $100,000.
Yeah. Life savings. No big. How does it feel? How does it feel to hold a life saving? People's life savings in your hands, right? How do you feel about it?
I mean, like I have a set of powers, so like I've shuffled.
No, but like, how does it truly feel?
I'm not rich.
I'm not.
A set of power.
Brennan, am I rich? Brennan, no, you have been to my house.
I mean, you were in the military for a long time. You had a lot of savings, and you invested in some things that you wanted to invest in. You have those still. You know, you're still living frugally, and I don't know.
That's what top 5% of Americans have that money. Aren't like a huge percentage like just living paycheck to paycheck. When you're living paycheck to paycheck, you can afford power.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a large percentage. I would say if you make more than the average, which is 50, then you're rich. He's not. Okay, filthy rich is wrong. I won't call you filthy. I'm sorry.
He's bling blowed out in Lorcana. That's what he is. He's so blinged out.
You're not the 1%.
It's not your fault that America's terrible. I want you to pull out some enchanters, though.
You want me to pull out some enchanters? I can grab some enchanters.
No, like when you go to your next event, we gotta see the Robin Hood drip if you're playing.
Oh yeah. If I'm playing Robin Hood, I'm playing like the whole reason that I bought those cards was like number 1 to help a homie out, and number 2 because if I play Robin Hood, I'm gonna play the Enchanteds. Yeah.
Get the Tinkerbells if you're playing them.
Those are like $3.25 a piece, and I only own 1.
Ooh.
You opened it too, didn't you?
I opened 2. So I opened 1 and sold it because I didn't think that I was ever gonna have like a set of Enchanteds, and then like the Lorcana bug got me, and like I full sent. So I am currently only missing 1 Enchanted from the first 3 sets, and it's a Cusco's Palace. That is the 1 Enchanted from the first 3 sets that I'm currently missing, and I have 8.
Wink, wink.
I have 8 of the current set.
Okay. Yeah. I just gotta see you. That's.
Dog, I'm gonna come to Orlando.
It better be signed.
I'm not signing. I can't do that. It's not even an expensive card, but I don't want to ruin.
Dude,
Hey, what are we going? Where are we going?
Sign cards.
Super
I saw
Saiyan?
a lot of people sign cards.
Ooh, Super Saiyan is great. I do love some Super Saiyan. I live like 10 minutes away from Super Saiyan.
I know.
So good. You do?
I watch you sleep at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I live like 10 minutes away from Ryan.
Ooh.
Yeah,
R&B signature.
Like 5 minutes away.
Come on down to Orlando. We got some fun stuff. We got Disney. It's pretty cool.
Will you say my signature?
Your signature is amazing. The best signature I saw anyone sign cards with all weekend. Hands down, R&B signature. I was upset. I wanted to get him to sign some cards. I was live streaming in the airport. He was there. I went up to him. Immediately when I get up there, they start boarding his plane. So I don't have time to like depack and get him to sign a card. I got my goat signed by their team members, but he had already gone down there. I don't even know what I was going to have you sign. I just wanted something. I saw you sign Luke. You signed Luca's goats, and I was like,
signed
"Fuck,
Luca's
that
goats.
signature is sexy." Like,
just let me know what you
hands
want
down
signed,
the
and I'll
best
just give it to you.
signature. Enchanted Maui's, please.
Oh, hey, yeah, let me fucking get right on that.
Can you sign that golden Mickey for me? Thanks.
Yeah.
No shot, bro.
Oh, I missed it. It was the. Oh, I'm glad you picked that up for me.
I forgot to buy it at the store. Oopsie. man.
No, but like, if you want a card signed, just let me know what card it is, and I'll pick it up and sign it and send it to you.
I need signed cards from all of you. That'd be cool. I'll just try.
Well, if you didn't
I want
start
Brennan's
dying,
signature.
I know. If I didn't die, it would have been. It would have been great.
What
great.
was that anyway?
I want Brennan to sign my foil Surfer Stitches.
Ooh.
Okay.
it was too many shoeies. I'll say it now.
It's other. There's other reasons. Other reasons. Shoeies don't hurt lungs. They're not. They don't do lung damages.
Love from their 35-year-old brown son. Yokai. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm reading your Twitch chat over here.
Okay. He's easy.
Fan favorite Yokai. We love him.
That's my boy right there. Yokai actually helped me out a ton with setting up my stream. Like he made all of my Twitch emotes for me.
Oh, wow.
He helped me with a bunch of the layouts. He helped me with all my audio settings. Like shout out to the goat Yokai, man. That's my
If anyone wants to spend money and give money to our boy Yokai, I'm sure he will help you with it.
Big facts.
We all knew. I see. The thing is, chat. Shoeies are great, but
you gotta get Brennan to do a shoey.
A what?
Let me elaborate. Hold on. Let me.
There you go.
Run to Candy. Run.
Right. I'm gonna go refill my drink then, even though I finished a whole drink and no one else was drinking with me.
Drinking what?
Juice.
That was a gin and tonic and slices of tangerines.
That's nice. No,
I'm afraid of what breed.
I think I stopped drinking this year. I think I used to drink a lot. Like it was like a coping thing in some way.
Channel. I'm aware. I get it.
But...
You. So here's.
Rude.
Okay, so what a shoey is, right? You get your juice, your favorite juice. You get a shoe. Right here.
Chewy or shoey?
Chewy. Like
Chewy.
with a shoe.
Like big league chew. Got it.
With a Y on the end of it.
Yep.
So we pour said drink into said shoe.
No.
And you drink it.
Oh. No.
You do realize foot fungus and sweat can actually go into your lung.
It can go into your lungs.
You just shouldn't do that. Foot fungus is a thing. Don't put toes in your mouth, man.
Yo, Lorcana After Dark is wild.
Not joking. Don't do that.
We don't put.
No.
He's like, I've already done 14 shoeys. What do you mean?
Hey, bro. DeCandu doesn't drink, bro.
I don't not. I just don't do it actively right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not drinking anything out of a shoe in my life. So I'd rather
same. I'd rather have my mouth clean.
He said because I'd rather live.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Oh, dude, you good, bro?
He's gonna put his shoe back on with half a drink inside of it.
I hope so.
Why, Breezy, you good, bud?
I just never had someone say no like that, so I gotta listen to it.
He said no with rationale.
Yeah, I can't just he said no and he explained. I respect it. That's reasoning. And
why does that hurt my heart?
No, it's fine. I accept it. I respect it. Now,
Concerned, clipped by
Did I miss the shoey when I was getting my drink? Did he do it?
So we got facts and logic out of
The Candio.
a shoe.
Like, there is a significant amount of fungus that actually is set to your foot that, if combined with sweat, will be in
Right.
your shoe. Like, that can grow in your shoe.
Mhm.
Like, actual fungus can grow in your shoe that way. That's why the athlete's foot's a thing. That's thing that gets treated. I would not put any liquid in my shoe in my mouth. Ever.
Really?
Dude, I tried telling them this before.
Yeah, but did you touch
I just don't sound
calmly?
scientific enough. I look
No.
stupid as fuck, so people are like, "This motherfucker don't know shit."
You look like a
So
mushroom.
like, okay,
yourself.
hear me out. What if I just bought a new shoe, right?
Why would you not listen to the wizard? Oh, a new
Because-
shoe?
Yeah. What if it's just like I've never worn the shoe. I have like new shoes here. You know, what if we do that?
Don't
You wanna
ruin a
ruin a
good
shoe?
shoe, though.
It
Well,
wouldn't be a
that's
good shoe,
fine.
it'd be
He's
like
fine.
a
That's
$50
intervention,
shoe,
guys.
dude.
This was
He's gonna pull a Travis Scott off the wall and be like, I'm gonna do a shoey out of this.
So can we like put a Ziploc bag inside the shoe
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
then
say-
like put it
he needs to
inside the
make a
bag?
fake one where it's got a shot in it or something. So you,
A shoe
yeah, a shoe
specifically
specifically
for
for shoeing.
A shoe specifically for
poison.
shoeys.
A sh-
Get
shoey.
A shoey shoe, if you will.
A shoey shoe.
Get one of the swim shoes. So like it's designed to be
Like-
wet, so like it's not gonna have weird fabric that like the water could or liquor
Well,
could
like sign.
Actually,
all
the fact that you're drinking alcohol out of it, you really shouldn't do it out of any shoe because that shit's gonna leach everything at like dye,
You know, I'm gonna
like
get a
pesticides, cancer.
We just do Das Boot. Okay. I'm gonna
actually
get
nah.
now realizing
I'm gonna get-
might have
I'm-
been the shoeys.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think
It might have
okay, so
actually been the shoeys that said
no.
"Leave me to the hospital."
I do know the reasoning, and it's not. They discussed it. We're working through it.
It's the shoe.
It's
For sure.
It's not the shoe. It's not.
He got athlete's foot of the lungs.
No.
It's-
Huffing
It's
farts.
just like why you shouldn't drink water from a lake. Like, there's like
Wait, you're not
amoebas.
supposed to drink water from a lake?
You
Put a
joking?
straw in there.
I grew up
So
in the South, dude.
so
okay?
a bunch
Like,
of people were
you
telling me they
drinking
don't
though?
drink the water in a.
Take
Yeah, all right. Tell him you're joking. Tell him you're joking, please.
What?
Huh?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay, good. Okay, when I went to Atlanta, a lot of people weren't drinking the water, and they're like, "You like that?" I'm like, "No, it tastes like shit, but I'm gonna drink the water." And I was like, "How else am I not gonna build my immune system?" You know? And I mean, I also wore a mask, but everyone else is talking about the con flu, and I'm here feeling fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not sick. I feel great.
People, I've seen first to 20 talk
And I
about
drank-
it. I think.
I drank about
Yeah.
60 of these filled with the water from Atlanta. And I will say this, Atlanta's water tastes much better than Florida's water.
Yeah, but
It
but
doesn't
Florida's
taste
gonna be-
great, don't get me wrong, but Florida's water is shit.
Florida water is not great.
It's bad. It's bad.
So maybe it's just that because my water, I think, is good locally, I'm just willing to drink
Probably.
it at other places.
Yeah.
You
Florida
do
water
I
live
do
in
know not to
Florida.
drink it in some of the lower Americas, not to drink it, but
Or Flint, Michigan.
God,
So we
that
got
needs to be
Wonder,
fixed, people.
DeCandio, and Knive are all going to Chicago.
Yep.
Knive, do you
Yeah.
know what you're gonna play for Chicago? Like, do you have any idea, or
I
are you
have-
just like,
I have like 5 ideas.
okay, what's
Alright,
what are you-
tell us
what are
the
you-
bottom
what
of
are
the
we
What are
doing?
we? What are we brewing?
So we got the Ice Block Sisu. We got the Emerald Steel. We
Okay.
got Ruby Amethyst Flynn.
Okay,
We got Amber Emerald Songs.
Amber, is that the Under the Sea?
Yeah.
Is that deck actually good? Like, what is it good against?
It does work
What is it?
actually. You can do a little. It has a small aggro package with it. It goes well against Emerald Steel. It's like at the bottom of the top 5. Like it's more of a meme than a actual competitive deck.
So you're not gonna bring that to Chicago, though?
Probably
Right.
not, but
That's the one you
It's-
come
I'm
to.
having fun with
Nothing
it.
spicy, right? We should have had Bobby on the show tonight. I saw Bobby playing some crazy brew today. It was
what are we?
Emerald Ruby locations.
Ooh.
And he went turn 1, the 1-drop location that's 1 to move, 6
Hidden
willpower, characters heal. Yeah, that one. He went turn 1 Cove, turn 2 Flynn, turn 3 Tuk Tuk, move both Flynn and Tuk Tuk to the Cove, and I didn't know how to feel. Like, I was like, "Yo, this is some sauce right here."
Okay,
Spicy.
I need to try that now too.
Spicy.
Because I saw
we talked
Emerald Ruby deck. Yeah.
Yeah, Wonder, we talked about Hidden Cove on the Lore 20 podcast there. It's gonna come up eventually if one of the Emerald Steel decks starts playing it, then they all kind of have to, kind of thing. It's almost like they move in uniform or they have a slight edge. To if your characters are just +1/+1, they're gonna win the fights over and over again. And it's a good card. It's relatively cheap to use. You can think of it as like 2 costs +2, or 2 costs +1/+1 to a character permanently, really. And that's like its floor, which, you know, think of it like an equipment from Magic or other thing like that, just something you attach to your things. But yeah, that card's definitely
it's not like they're gonna waste challenges on it, you know.
They can't in those colors, really. They don't have anything to challenge with. So winning all the Diablo fights is kind of great because, like, typically you're okay questing Diablo when they have Diablo out because you're gonna draw a card first, but then they just slam a Cove and challenge your Diablo, and then they still have their Diablo.
Yeah, it's so hard to deal with locations.
Yeah, especially 6 butts in a format where everyone's gonna be singing storms, and it protects everything from storm too. So protecting Diablo from storm. Protecting...
Someone played that against me today on stream, and I think it might have even been the mirror, but I think I was on Steel. But yeah, it did a lot of work. I was quite impressed.
Yeah, we've easily dismissed ones that don't have lore, but if we just think of them differently, especially that one because it's so strong to like that health wise, just a different view on it.
Yeah, for only 1 and 1 as the investment, like I think that card's definitely got some legs. It's kind of like running a Glorious Anthem.
And it's inkable, so it's
yeah, exactly. Like I'm a fan. Like there's definitely some cards in this set that I think that like I'm gonna give another look over. Obviously, I haven't done a ton of.
Hey, my boy, hey.
No, I tried Hey already, and I'm sorry, it is not Knight of the White Orchid. And the reason it's not Knight of the White Orchid is because it costs 3 instead of 2. So playing it on 4 and playing off tempo is like just as bad as like the weight set decks, like where you're playing.
Playing it with Pluto.
Oh, we
No.
We have the deck list.
Okay.
Shut up, Bobby.
I don't like Pluto.
Me neither.
I don't like Lotus Petal.
But when your Lotus Petal petals out a rampant growth that's like a reasonable body, doesn't suck.
Yeah, but then you're also playing Amber Emerald. Like the big problem with Amber Emerald is not having like real removal. You have like a bunch of like awkward conditional removal in things like World's Greatest Criminal Mind. I do think that Bruno is very, very good. We Don't Talk About Bruno song. I think that card's
good guess.
Really good.
It's really good.
Do you think that Prince John might come back into favor again? Because like in set 2, Prince John saw favor, and then for a large part of set 3, I feel like Prince John saw no play, and then towards the end, it was like just back. It was like, yes, you have to 4-up John.
I think no.
Think he's out.
I think mainly because people are trying to combat Bucky as is, and it can be seen as just a more expensive copy of Bucky, where it's going to have to die to grab your sword anyway. And if they're already kind of hammering in and mirrors are teching grab your sword to deal with that stuff anyway, it's going to fall into the wayside and be a waste of 3 ink where you might as well have just gotten 1 card off Bucky by playing a Floodborn. But it's really good if it's unchecked, for sure. People remain ignorant to the fact that you have to answer Bucky, sure. But I don't think they will very long. I expect this weekend Green Steel mirrors are going to be playing like 3 copies of Grab Your Sword for mirror matches because of how prevalent it's going to be.
Wait, even Pluto on 1 still doesn't do it because
You're still
I'm
thinking.
like
he's on the Pluto engine.
No, I had a Pluto against a Ruby Sapphire deck, and I went Pluto
Oh,
turn
they
1,
one
went
jumped.
turn 2, 1 jump ahead, and I played Ink.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah.
go. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah,
But you're not wrong.
That's sick. But like, if it were a 2-drop, I do think it would be a playable card. Like, I did play Knight of the White Orchid, and I loved that card. It was one of my favorite white weenie style cards. Like, I thought that the effect was very, very good. So I initially got super excited for Hey. Like, I really wanted this card to be good, and I tried out a shell with it, and I like intentionally forced myself to try to play it on 4 to see how it felt, and it felt awful. Like, it didn't feel good at all. It was like not what I wanted to be doing on turn 4.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's not actually that bad in
What do
Green Steel
you-
Mirrors because the resource battle you're playing. Like, you're often going to be down cards in hand or something like that. It's just 2 cards in 1, really. It's an ink that often the right play when you're stuck or having empty-handed. You get to just, like, have to hold cards to fight still and not ink, and then it helps you get back into the game and play your 5 still, like the Robin Hoods. But it's a little bit hard to maneuver properly. But, yeah, it could be.
What do you think about the Pegasus package in general?
I think it's
Have you
some of
liked
the
it?
best
Been
green cards in the
impressed?
game. Yeah, I think
Have you
they're
ever-
2 of the best green cards in the game. Honestly, like the 1-drop Pegasus is just a better Pascal. Like,
Yeah.
let's call it for what it is. Unconditional
Pascal.
Pascal with evasive. Like, it's everything that I want in an aggressive style deck, and then has a relevant shift line. So like green gets a 3 line for song singing, which I think is very, very good. And the effect of the Pegasus shift, I think, is also very good, especially in the Bucky shells, because like the one downside to Bucky is Bucky requires a lot of setup, but you can never turn it sideways.
Yeah.
Pegasus gives you the opportunity to turn cards like Bucky and John sideways to like kind of get in front of your opponent with the lore lead. And then, like, I think that the card's very good. I don't know that it's in the right shells that are going to see the best application of the card. Like, I'm interested to try that line in other decks and other color combinations
Whole new
because I
world.
do think that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, that could like also be like kind of good, but
So
I don't know. I want to put all my cards on the table and tell all my secrets yet.
Ooh.
I mean,
All right.
All right.
Ladies, if you want the secrets to R&B sauce, do not forget to subscribe on Patreon at patreon.com/LabyrinthTCG. If you want to get a little
Or the
one-on-one
Discord.
coaching sessions, shout out to the team. If you want to really get more.
I published the list I played for Atlanta in the Labyrinth Discord. I'm pretty sure it was in the Patreon section. Like, I'm pretty sure you had to pay to see it. Maybe you didn't, and I just gave it away. Who knows? At least an hour or two before last second reg. But if you thought if you were playing a similar list, maybe you could have changed a few cards. I don't necessarily recommend changing your entire deck 2 hours before the event unless you have some.
Do it.
Like, if you've played all the decks in the format and you're like, I can play any of them, then do it. But like, that's some good information to have. And we do talk about what decks we're playing before events, and we talk about things. We do play, like, I've got a lot of people talking in my chat, like, why aren't you guys always super active in the 20 lore Discord? And we still are. I was chatting in there today, but lots of times we are just testing live stream on our open Discord channels there too. That you don't have to be a Patreon member to even see the basic levels. I don't think. Like, you just have to be a member of the Discord to get a lot of the information. So,
Like,
if you're
general
interested,
in the Lorcana tab, and even like the open
on the Pegasus conversation, I have a very like hyperbolic opinion of that card. Where first I thought it was a super rare, the 5-cost one, not an uncommon. And I feel like if that thing was when it enters play, not when it was shifted, it'd be like the best card in the set by a lot.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Like, even
It's
better
still
than
good.
Diablo. Just it's just an incredibly effect when shifted. But if it was just on play, it'd be
If it was just ETB, that'd be
it'd be
by
busted.
far, I think, the best card in the set. Just
hands
how
down.
dramatic the effect is. But yeah, that card definitely changes how the game is played from an aggressive standpoint too. I think there's room for a lot of decks that we haven't seen yet even come up to exist because of that card, the kind of protective shell. Because all you really need is one turn to turn the corner. Like, you know how good some cards are when they can get to quest one time. You know, this thing just, if you've ever been in board stalls where like, oh, I have enough lore to 22 turns, but they would challenge and kill everything. Well, this is just +1 lore to the shift board, and also just like you can't touch my stuff for a full turn, which yeah, it's dramatic. It's a very dramatic effect.
Well, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want to join that Discord, the Wonderlands had the pleasure of having that on the chat, so you can just join them, say hello to everyone. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the show. It's an honor.
Yeah. This has legit been one of the best nights we've ever had.
This has been fantastic. So thank you so much for everyone that all three of y'all. Thank you so much. This was a blast. Being able to listen to the genius of the elite of the elite. You know, it's incredible, and I cannot thank y'all enough. But before I do let y'all go, I do have this. I gotta let y'all sign off. So Mr. Brennan, first of all, thank you so much for being on the show. It was a surprise on my end as well, so thank you so much. It's an honor to have you on. Just kind of hard not to fanboy a little bit, so I got a little shy, you know, so no big deal. But before I let you go onto the moonlight, because there ain't no sunshine where we are, what would you like to let the chat know, and where can people find you? People already know who you are. You're like, goddamn, Red, the pack champion, no big deal, MBD. But where can people find you? And what would you like to let the chat know before you go off into the moonlight?
Yeah, my contact's pretty much the same across all platforms at BDCandio7. Whether it be Twitter, Discord, Patreon, Twitch, YouTube, everything like that. So if you want to, I put content out there pretty regularly. But yeah, I hope everyone tries their best to plays in the online event this weekend, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's a lot to explore still. So don't just get hunkered down thinking you have to play one of two decks that have emerged in early phases of the game. They're just easy to build. They're relatively easy to build decks. They're not overly complicated with their deck choices. That's why they appeared to do so well, because their final form is easier to see. So look for those other decks just to try out. Yeah.
Well, sir, it was an honor chatting with you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your night, sir. Thank you so much for being on the show. Absolutely. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Brennan DeCandio, one of the GOATs. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Mister.
I'm just going to say, because it's funny, I like that you basically clapped until he left. Like, you don't need to leave, but I'm going to clap in this kind of awkward way until you leave the call.
I gotta clap. It's just emotion. It's just gotta give them.
This is what happens when you make me drink. I'm sorry, I don't drink.
I love it.
Like,
I love it
at all,
dude. I love it, dude. Cheers.
I'm basically degenerate.
You might be evolving from shoeies for some.
Good for you.
That hurt me, but it's okay. But
tell your doctor that you've been drinking liquor from shoes.
I have. It's not that. I can't discuss the reasons because it will get
That's
me.
That's fine. All right. Well, stop pressing. Yeah.
It might not.
I don't want to do that. As long as you talk to him about it.
Yeah,
that's all I care about.
They're aware.
Because we love you.
The other issues are, but Mr. R&B, Mr. Sexy Man, Mr. Beautiful.
Don't be talking reckless like that.
Mr. Topic. It's not reckless. It's just being.
It's talking reckless, like you not
reckless.
Be careful,
Yeah.
RM Bay's in chat. Be careful. She might hurt you.
She gave me a hall pass for Breezy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hall pass. Wow,
she
that's
put
an
a knife on me. She said, "I saw how you grabbed his butt when he top 8'd, and I'll fucking murder you."
Mr. DeCandio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. More claps for him. But Mr. Arby, Mr. Top, Mr. Mickey, Mr. Golden, Mr. Golden Top, Mr. Ah! First of all, I love you. You did again.
I love you too, dude.
Everyone so proud. You are an amazing. I'm just so proud of you. You are national, dude.
Dude,
Ah!
Hey, man. I want my rematch against Zan.
Ooh.
I want a rematch against Zan.
It's gonna be saucy.
At
I want a
Nationals.
rematch against Zan at Nationals. I got some. He's a good player, man. Like
He's
that's
good.
now, that's my goal now. Like is to beat Zan in a big event.
But yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to
Grudge
see what
match.
happens in the Nationals. Can't wait because you gotta be there. It's gonna be crazy. I wonder what the National stuff's like. What cards were event? What stuff? Crazy. We have so much. This so far ahead though. But Mr. R&B, thank you so much for being on the show. It's always an honor to chat with you. I freaking love you. And before I do let you onto the moonlight, because there ain't no sunshine where we are, what would you like to let the chat know? People can find you. Where can people find you? And what would you let the people know?
The only thing I want to let people know is to give grace. I know that a lot of things happened over the weekend. Let's keep this community positive. I think we've all seen both positive and negative things that have occurred, and I would rather that we focus on the positive instead of focusing on the negative. I've seen a lot of negativity in prior TCGs, and I don't want to ruin my princess game with negativity. So let's just try to keep the peace, y'all.
Yeah.
Just
Positive
followed
vibes,
with the Rip
baby.
Lungs. Shout out
Let's be
to
the community that plays princesses and stitches.
Yeah, like that's it, man. Like I'm just trying to play my Disney princesses and have fun and have a blast. Play some highly competitive games.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
not
so
let's
you
not
not
be
only
worried about.
For the love of the game.
So you're not only playing the princess cards, turning them upside down, left, right, turning them. You're winning the goddamn cards. You're doing it, dude. Let's go. Dude,
I was playing Beauty and the Beast deck. What do you expect?
Yeah, of course. It just meant to be. Disney knew. Disney knew that card was gonna go crazy. It's good. Beauty and the Beast plus some ice creams. Who knew it was gonna be go crazy? But sir, thank you so much for being on the show as always. Love you. Can't wait to see you. And like I said, I'm just so proud of what you've done, man. It's amazing, and can't wait to see what's next. Can't wait to see what's in the future, man.
Well, clap me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, D1, top 8 Atlanta, gold Mickey owner, the beautiful, the sexy, one, only, R.F.B. He did it fast this time. All right, Mr. Wonderland, the wizard man, beautiful man. Thank you so much for being on the show. It's an honor and a blast to always just speak to you. It's always a good time. And before I do let you on to Moonlight, because there ain't no sunshine where we are, what would you like to let the world know before I let you off into Moonlight?
Well, I was just gonna say, you called the wizard thing. When I played my feature match at Atlanta, I had my hair up in the bun, and I knew I had an interview, and so I messaged. I was like, do I keep my hair up in the bun or do I go like wizard? And everyone said wizard, so I took it down for that. So I guess I just need to embrace the wizard look.
I mean, your logo.
I did actually look. Yeah, the cat wizard. Yeah. I looked on Amazon for a wizard hat. I couldn't find one that looked good. So if anyone has any ideas about a wizard hat that doesn't look like a cheap Halloween
Mickey,
prop.
the Fantasia one, the one with the ears, you can get at Disney.
I have read listened audiobook to all of the Discworld books. So maybe I could get like a wizard one or whatever. If you've read it, but
that'd be nice.
Discworld. You should read it. If you haven't read it, read them. They're
you need
great.
a whole wizard outfit then. You can't just do the hat. Gotta commit to
I'll get like a robe in the colors of the labyrinth. Like do you know like a jersey maker that makes custom robes? Like
you gotta get Manticore on that immediately. Like just be like, it's for the brand. I know you telling me I'm a brand.
For the brand. Like,
it's for the brand, bro.
just be like, it'll be for the brand. I'm a wizard robe in team colors. Make it happen, So I bring it up to the hierarchy if you want. Just great idea. You won't be a brand risk. You'll be a brand representation, which is exactly what you want. So
well, next time I need to not lose in game 3 and make top 16, top 8.
32, top 30. Stop. People
Dude,
need
top
to.
32 is insane.
Day
man.
2 is crazy.
Yes. I mean, I teased RMB for the Mickey thing because he got top 8. But like, yeah, if I'm lucky, like it very well could be life-changing money for me. And that's crazy that like 10 to 15K could do that. But I mean, like, who couldn't use that? Like, pay off the car, could help us afford a little bit better rent. Like, we could move into a better place like that. And honestly, Magic never made me think that I could like upgrade my life outside of like selling singles. So like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. And can't wait to see potentially Chicago, I guess. And how you do well in Chicago. If not, Texas, shout out to Fort Worth, Dallas, whatever.
If I can make it.
Right.
I did get a ticket, which is the first step.
That's a big deal.
But like, my wife cannot take off extra work.
Sure.
So like, there was the concept, like, I know people who are driving to Chicago. My Boomy has offered me a couch space in Chicago, so I don't have to pay for hotel. Woo-hoo. I could only have to pay for gas, which is far cheaper than a flight.
Oh yeah.
But that's like, I don't think they're gonna want to leave at 5 p.m. on Friday. Like, they're gonna want to get that. Like, is Chicago? Do you have to sign up on Friday?
No, you get the
or
promo
did they allow? It's the same as Atlanta. Yeah. So I'm sure they want to be there in time to get the promo. I want to. That was the biggest. Like, we talked about all the props of Atlanta. The worst thing for Atlanta for me was I got 17 hours of sleep on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night through those 3 days. My flight I woke up at 4:30 a.m. on Monday morning to get my flight, which got delayed 4 hours. And I showed up extra early so I could just carpool and not have to buy an Uber by myself, which I still owe Derek money for that.
Brandon, like, you have to show up in.
Yeah, Decandia thinks we have to be there Friday.
They might. That's what they initially said, but as Knife was saying, I think they might have. I think there was backlash for that too.
There was,
even though
they might.
I mean, I would like to be.
I think it was him that posted about it too. That when I read that, but they changed it. Okay, they changed it. Promos. It's for the promo. I guess you still get the promo, which is kind of cool. But I don't know. If you can make it, go make it. It'll be fun.
How much is that?
What
do you know off the top of your head?
The Floatsome?
The Floatsome Jetsam promo.
Let me take a look. See.
Because it should be more expensive than the Dragonfire. Like, people haven't talked about that card, but like that card, the Floatsome.
Oh yeah,
they're currently going for 50.
Wow.
Like a card that you can shift for free is nothing to scoff at.
It is two cards though.
Card's big.
Doesn't matter if you're singing Whole New World.
I guess, but like,
Whale-less icon.
So if they made a purple or steel 1 or 2 drop Floatsome.
Oh, I don't think they'll ever do that.
I mean, we never thought they'd make a 2-cost shift character either, and they made Queen.
That's true. That's true.
In set 2, I think. Like,
yeah, set
2.
But who knows? You want to get rid of me? You don't even need to clap.
No. I love no.
I love
no. Mr. Wonderland, look, Mr. Live Wonderland. Thanks so much for being on the show. You're an amazing human being.
It's my pleasure.
Top 32 is a huge deal. Don't ever short that. Don't ever sell that short. You killed it. You're gonna do fantastic in Chicago potentially or Texas, depending on where you end up going. Good luck to you, and I can't wait to see you as soon as possible. And again, what y'all done as a team, and you guys just killed it. From watching from just our house has been a phenomenal journey. We're incredibly proud of everyone, including you, sir. You did great, and can't wait to see you. And yeah, man, I love you, and thank you so much for being on the show. I just really, really appreciate it. And what would you like to say? Well, you already said everything, but thank you so much, and have a wonderful night, my friend. I appreciate you, and talk to you soon.
You guys too. Bye.
And that's a wrap.
This is us. Wow, what a show! What a show!
Like, legit, one of the best shows we've had.
I mean, yeah, it's
like,
I mean, that's what happens when you have like 3 of the best players in the world just show up in your stream.
Just
legit.
3, yeah.
Like, there's what 64. Well, yeah. There's not like how many people have won the pack, right? Like
not many.
How many people won twice?
Him.
Yeah, you don't. No big deal. You know, it's crazy, and it's an honor to be able to talk to him.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Sometimes look absolutely clueless when people talk about Magic the Gathering, but it's part of the deal. It's part of the deal.
Hey, I look that way when y'all talk Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Exactly,
So,
it's a great time, and now thank you so much for
absolutely.
joining me every night here. It's a pleasure, honor, and I can't wait to do this brand risk content.
Brand risk content.
That's what we're here for, but. Thank you so much, everyone that's watching. Thank you, everyone that stopped by. Brandon, I'm still like this is the first time we interacted, and like it's such a big. I'm huge, incredible. Thank you so much for being on the show again. Incredible, an honor. Wow, just wow. I'm just fan. Wow, everyone's been incredible. Wonderland's amazing. R&B, I'm in love with that man actually. So, yeah. Sorry, R&B. I'm just the person. You're keeping awesome. No, you're awesome, dude. Awesome.
What is this bracelet game?
Huh?
I'm seeing like gotta get Knive into the bracelet.
You haven't seen Lorcana Bell's bracelet that he made? She made? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, I am very, very, very bad at people.
It's okay. Oh, sorry. I got you. Hold on. If my Twitter works, and then we'll head out. I do have to show it real quick because it's pretty darn cool. Oh, someone's bringing Gontus in Chicago, boy. Where is it? I don't want to do my DMs, but we'll just do her account because she posted it. Wow, first person that showed up was her. That's interesting. Twitter, what's up with that? Okay.
Lorcana Bell.
Shout out. There's one with a llama. I don't know if you see it.
I do see them. Ooh.
Can you share it real quick by any chance?
Yeah, let me open.
And then we'll sign off with it.
Whoa, that's a zoomed out. Can I zoom out? There we go. That's a lot better.
Yeah, you do need to get on the bracelet band though, because she makes great.
I mean, look at these. Look at those. Those are so.
Oh
cool.
My God! Look how amazing. Who knew Swifty giving out candies? By the way, who knew?
Emperor of Late Night.
See, now she needs to make one for Mr.
Mouth. I need sleep.
All right, dude. We will, but yeah, I just want to show it out. It's beautiful.
Gorgeous,
I love it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
I love it. I have the llama. I'm cool. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the show. Hopping in, chatting. Everyone that has been here. I'm gonna start an Etsy shop, I think, but not. Yeah. Again, amazing stuff. But I cannot wait to speak with y'all on Thursday. We got some insane guests that day as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We got some crazy people.
I'm not gonna share it yet because these couple of weeks is gonna be really exciting for this channel.
Oh yeah.
For this show, it's not really a channel because we're everywhere. People can watch the replays on YouTube.com/Knives
Nerd Corner.
Boom. People can watch this on Twitter.com/YBreezyS.
Absolutely.
And yeah. And Twitch.tv/YBreezy if you are new around here as well. And I've submitted my deck for these as well. Ooh. Let's go. We're cooking set 4. Exciting. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been fantastic. I hope everyone has a great night as well. We're going to go off into the moonlight as well because there ain't no sunshine where we are as well.
Sunshine where we're at.
And then I hope everyone has a wonderful night.
Bye.
Boom, baby. What a show.